BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy support services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4663. 4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1. Lobo Trucking has been in business now for 20 years and wants to give thanks to you and their hardworking and dedicated employees. Lobo Trucking takes great pride in developing a highly trained, motivated, and professional workforce. Lobo Trucking can safely and efficiently meet any fluid management needs, and Lobo Trucking is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Lobo Trucking salutes all the hardworking coaches, teachers, and students. Keep up the good job.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 13 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They are your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on their Eunice Cardinals and wish them luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Go, number 5.
The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Getting ready to go live here in Eunice as your Eunice Cardinals are getting ready to face Gateway Christian. We are testing mics, getting ready to go live. We know you can probably hear us. Once again, we're just getting ready to go live. Welcome, Rosendo.
Hello, sir. How you doing this evening?
Doing well.
Ready for
doing
some baseball?
Well. We are. We're ready. It's time for some baseball. This is the opening day of baseball for us, for the broadcast. Sir. The baseball team's been doing a little playing. We're opening day in it today. So
we're at the Cardinal Classic, correct?
This is the Cardinal Classic here in Eunice. And one interesting tidbit of information for those of you back home listening, there is absolutely no internet service in this booth. So we are plugged into an AT&T cell phone signal booster, and all the video audio goes through that, and anybody that's ever talked on AT&T in Eunice knows how great the signal is down this way, and it's going to struggle. So the reality of the matter is your video is liable to come in and out a little bit. You're liable to skip in and out on us. It's liable to the picture's liable to not be very clear.
Real staticky, real freezing.
We're going to see how it goes today. I talked to the station today about other options, and we're going to give it a shot. 2 years ago, the station changed companies in the service that they use for this, and it works great everywhere but Eunice in Lee County. But Eunice kind of sits in a dip. There's not a tower right here close. And so when we're at the football field, we plug directly into the internet.
This year.
When we're in the basketball, the gym,
we plug in
for
directly.
Basketball, volleyball, we plug directly into the internet. But unfortunately, when we're out here with softball and baseball, we're running off a cell phone tower. So if you can't see, if the signal starts looking sloppy, whatever, all we can do is say we're sorry.
Yeah, we apologize ahead of time.
So we're going to jump off here for just 1 second, make sure everything sounds all right. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. And this is our broadcast opening day of the 2024 baseball season. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partner, Rosendo Caballero. Welcome, Rosendo.
Thank you there, sir. Appreciate that.
It is a kind of a windy, not kind of a windy, a lot of windy, kind of some dirt and sand blowing in the air.
Cold. It's cold out there,
Started
brother.
getting cold the last hour or so for sure. It's going to be an interesting opening day as far as our broadcast goes. Going to be an interesting one
Luckily
here.
we're inside, right?
That's right. This is our broadcast, as I mentioned, opening day, and it's Eunice's first game here in the annual Cardinal Classic. Tonight, our Cardinals will face off against Gateway Christian of Roswell. The winner here will move into the semifinal matchup tomorrow against who won? Do we know?
No, sir, I do not.
I don't
know.
either.
It
Hey,
should
does
be-
anybody know who won earlier? Who will Eunice play if they win this ball game? Any idea? El Paso Da Vinci. Thank y'all. Thank you, Miss Hobbs, and everyone for letting us know. So if Eunice
Miss
wins
Hobbs and
here,
everybody else.
if you win here, you move on to play El Paso tomorrow. Historically, the Cardinals have won more baseball state championships than any team in New Mexico. I often compare our Eunice baseball program to the Hobbs basketball program, and that's saying something big. Eunice takes its baseball very seriously. The community sees kids start baseball before they even start school. Most young men in Eunice have a bat, ball, and glove in their hand before they have a book
Correct.
in their hand.
That is so true.
Most of these young men were running around with their ball and glove before they could walk. And that is why Eunice baseball teams have won 18 state championships and are ranked nationally in the top 5 in the entire country for total state championships won by any high school. Eunice has appeared in 21 state championship games from 1967 to 1972. They won 6 consecutive state championships. They also had a four-peat from 62 to 65. Eunice won most recently in 2022. That 2022 team came and are at the lead of Coach Drew Reynolds, who has now stepped down. Reynolds joins the ranks of coaches like Martin Wade, a legend in Eunice, who has won 6 titles, coaches like Scott Gladden, Gary Frazier, and many others who have grabbed a state championship at the helm of a Eunice Cardinal team. Almaguer now joins a long line of Cardinal coaches, and this young coach is a legend in his own right. As a player here in Eunice, Almaguer is listed in the state record books in just about every category you can imagine. He's number 1 in New Mexico baseball history with 13 RBIs in a game. That's ranked number 6 in the entire country historically. He's number 4 in New Mexico history with 173 hits in his career. He's number 5 in New Mexico history with 41 doubles in his career. He's number 2 in New Mexico history with 20 triples in his career. Number 6 in New Mexico with 137 runs in his career. Number 9 in New Mexico with 131 RBIs in his career. Number 6 in New Mexico with a 1.35 career ERA on the mound. And he's number 1 in New Mexico history, all schools, with 358 strikeouts in his career as a pitcher. So Coach Almaguer now takes over as the coach, and we're going to send it over for a quick word from our sponsors as they do the national anthem. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals!
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. As mentioned, Coach Almaguer now takes over the coaching duties after serving as the assistant coach on a couple of seasons' teams. For Eunice, this season's team returned several key players from last season, including names like Fernando Serna, a.k.a. Bubba. Bubba is a jack of all trades. He pitches. He can play behind the plate. He's strong in the field. He's strong at the plate. He does a little bit of everything, hits the ball well. Senior Billy Blevins also returns to this season's team. Blevins is another player that can play multiple positions and will see significant time on the mound as well. He's also pretty good with the bat. Junior first baseman Jose Calvillo returns. The left-hander can hit it with power, and he's pretty good with that glove at the first base over there. Junior Nick Hernandez saw significant playing time last year and will be strong for the Cards this season. Tyson Coy returns as one of the outfielders with wheels. The young man's got some speed and a good glove, and I'm sure I'm missing several others, but I'll mention for sure 6'4" senior Braylon Jeter. Jeter's another young man that will likely see the mound this year, and I'm sure numerous other positions. So the Cardinals definitely graduated a lot over the last 2 years, but I look for them to be extremely competitive. New coach, lots of new players, new system. The first coaches poll of the year has Eunice ranked in that top spot in the entire state. So the coaches across this state believe in these Cardinals. We believe in these Cardinals. This community depends on these Eunice Cardinals, and so we will see what they have coming this year. Speaking of top-ranked teams, this year's Cardinal Classic also has 2A powerhouse Texaco, a team ranked inside the top 10, and Santa Rosa, a team that is also ranked in the top 10. Also included in this Cardinal Classic are powerhouses like Portales, Jowl, El Paso Da Vinci, and Hobbs JV. So should be a great tournament. Rosendo, any thoughts?
I believe with this new coach we got, nothing saying bad about the old coaches. This coach comes in young, fresh, has the experience because he's played some collegiate ball, and he has these kids going in the right direction being so young. I believe he's the perfect coach for this perfect team right now.
Yeah, and I agree. I'm excited to see Tyler. At the helm. We're going to miss Coach Reynolds. He's from my class in school. But at the same time, Tyler, he grew up in a house right beside my house. So when I was a high school and college kid, he lived right next door from the time he was knee-high to a jackrabbit. He was usually crawling around on the hood of my car and throwing rocks at me and stuff like that. And so it's neat to see him come full circle. He was a Eunice hero on the sports fields of all. He went off, played some college ball, came back, and here he is at the helm of the Cardinals as we kick off the 2024 season.
If I can add, I got to see him play some baseball, and everything you said about him is so true.
Yeah.
That kid dominates.
Man, he was fun to watch. I tell you, I've always said, and I know, baseball is usually not extremely high on my priority of favorite things to watch list. I loved watching that young man play some football. Man, he was neat to watch as the quarterback.
That's a whole different subject right there, bud.
Oh, man, he could throw the ball and put it wherever you wanted to, but then he had great feet, and he would run over people. He had great
sense of the field, too.
So here we go.
Talking about baseball, legend, Luke's coming up from stands.
Yep. So we are getting ready to go here. We've got number 3 leading off. That is Wiggly for the Warriors. On the hill for Eunice is number 8. That is Luis Gomez. Is that right?
No, that is on your roster?
On my roster. Who
I was looking over here something different.
Zeke Garcia?
Yes.
So
we'll go with yours.
Does that look like Luis?
He's tall and skinny.
I can't tell for sure. I may have to ask somebody. Here comes the next pitch. It's
that's
right
Luis.
near the – Is this Luis that's pitching? That's Luis, yeah. Okay. So Luis is on the hill. Young man just came off the basketball court and was amazing. Yeah. All right. So he's on the hill ready to go. We've got a new scoreboard out there in center as that one is low and away. I was extremely excited about the scoreboard. I got to be honest with you. I tell it like it is. We should have got a bigger one. Because
you're just selfish now. You just want everything huge here.
Man, when you get old like me, I can't hardly read that. And so maybe that's just my vision.
I'll help you. The count is 2 and 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes here.
Yeah. So I can see that it says 2-2. I can't read those things that it says.
It's the netting that's what messes us up.
And it may be. I'm going to blame it on the netting. But
I am too.
That next pitch is low and outside. And so now we got a full count. Luis Gomez on the hill for the Cardinals. It's 3-2. Had somebody send me, says you can't see home plate due to the sponsors, maybe pull the iPad. Unfortunately, for those of you at home, we don't use an iPad. We have like a camera, and I'll try to move it here in a second. It is not as simple and there's ball 4, so that'll send someone to the plate. Our system is an actual camera, so I know for a lot of people just moving the iPad is easy.
It's a lot easier than this right here.
But for us, I've got this thing balanced as we don't even have the right.
We don't have the right cameraman.
Yeah, we're struggling. So anyway, first runner reaches on a walk, headed to the plate is Munson, the right-hander, and there's a swing and a miss with that pitch inside from Luis Gomez.
And tonight behind the plate as catcher we have Kevin Garcia, so he's playing baseball this year, so we'll see how that works out there.
Yeah, they're trying him out there at the catcher spot. Used to catch for the Cardinals and then had those knee problems, and so didn't play last year, back out here this year. Neat to see him there. And there's a pitch right down the middle as Gomez gets ahead of Munson 0-2. So Grady Munson steps back in there, right-handed batter for Eunice. Luis Gomez, as we mentioned, the hoops and football star already this year, back on the hill. He kicks and fires, and down he goes. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes for Gomez.
That's his first strikeout of the game.
He gets his first strikeout. So I'm going to put over here.
I guess he pitches better with the runner on.
Yeah, for sure. So Gomez with his first K, and he steps back in there ready. Fulkerson comes to the plate, another right-handed batter for Gateway. This is Gateway Christian in the gray and purple. Gomez kicks and fires. They take off towards second. That one bounced about 3 times out towards second, and it gets there. But unfortunately for the Cardinals, Wiggly steals second.
Wiggly?
Wiggle.
Wiggly all the way to second, huh?
And so Fulkerson now back in the box, ready to go.
They called that a strike a minute ago, so that's strike 1 on him.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Gomez looks, kicks, fires toward home. It's low and outside. Garcia did a good job keeping that one in play, fires it back over to first. Is this Santa Rosa's group that's all sitting over here watching? I think
no,
it
that's
is.
the Lubbock, the El Paso group, the one earlier.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
They're the Lions too, huh?
Yeah, the Da Vinci's.
Their shirts all say Lions on them real big across their chest.
I thought they were. Are they in the tournament, Clovis? I mean,
Santa Rosa is, yeah. Yeah, that
they
pitch
lost
was a
earlier.
ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike. I don't know win, lose. I just know that that's purple and it says Lions on their
They
chest.
probably don't want to go to the hotel, huh?
There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here to Fulkerson.
I couldn't see him. I'm like, what are you looking at? I had to lean all the way over here.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
because of
afraid
the
hitting
glare.
that camera. Yeah, I'm afraid hitting that camera knock it over. Really be in a bind.
Yeah, that we've got the camera, just so you guys know at home, we've got it propped up against the glass. And there's a foul
dang,
ball
I almost
that
hit the guy on deck.
almost takes the decker out. Yep, he almost got decked, literally. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here to Fulkerson. Stepping back in there, ready to go. Luis Gomez on the hill. Takes the sign, kicks, fires toward home, right down the outside, and they're going to call that one a ball. It was close.
Yeah, it's close, but not close enough, right?
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here to Fulkerson. Fulkerson back in there, ready, bat on his shoulder. He picks it up now as Gomez takes the sign. Now he's going to shake the sign. And here he goes, looking toward home. He fires it, and it's right down the middle, and strike number 3. And Gomez with his 2nd K here on the hill as he strikes out Fulkerson.
Took a little bit off that pitch right there, making him swing right through it.
So that'll bring up Bolin. He steps up to the plate here, looking down there toward his third base coach. Gets the sign and the signal along with the game plan. Luis Gomez on the hill for the Cardinals. Kicks, fires that one toward home. It's hit foul right back over the top, and that'll put a dent in somebody's hood. Man, earlier Texaco was playing, and one of those Texaco parents had a convertible Lexus that was sitting out here, and it was a beautiful car.
That's when we got hit.
And it was parked like right here.
Had to be hit.
And I thought, man, you poor folks just don't understand. I park on the other side of the school.
And walk all the way over here, right?
Yeah, you can always tell those people that don't come to many Eunice games because they park right here by the back of the backstop, and you feel bad for them because you're like, your car's going to have hail damage when you leave. So here goes Gomez. His next pitch is driven towards center field.
Billy Blevins.
Running up is Blevins.
Ooh,
he slides under and makes a diving catch, does Billy Blevins. And Blevins saves the day there as the runner was headed around third. And what a play in center field.
Yeah, beautiful job by Blevins adjusting because that wind is blowing directly in, and he had to adjust there. Sliding and catching the ball, making out number 3. Beautiful job there.
We'll step away for a moment as we move into the bottom of the first. It's a 0-0 game. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. And we are here in the Cardinals' opening game in the Cardinal Classic here, the annual baseball tournament that takes place here in Eunice. As your Eunice Cardinals are here in the first round facing Gateway Christian, the Warriors of Roswell. And Eunice got out of that first inning, 2 strikeouts from Luis Gomez and a dive and catch out there in center field by Billy Blevins. So the Cardinals come in now to the plate, and you'll see what the bats look like for this Cardinal team.
Hopefully they're pretty good, man. I haven't seen him play at all this year, so we'll see who's going to be aggressive. I think this is Coy up the bat, right? On deck?
Yeah, leading off for Eunice is going to be Tyson Coy. Bubba Cerna will be on deck. Jose Calvillo sets in the 3 spot, and big Braylon Jeter batting cleanup for the Cardinals.
Cleanup, huh?
Yes, he is.
And Jeter's playing shortstop tonight.
Okay.
I like him out there. He's a big old shortstop.
Yeah.
Please. Please.
We were getting a zoom in of his nostrils there. He was he didn't have any idea that yeah.
And then the way you hit the glass, like, please don't fall, camera, please don't fall. I'm tempted to go out there and move that piece of trash on the net, man. It's stressing me.
There is a
Yes, it's like, get it out of there.
Yeah, we got a zoom up of his forehead there a while ago. So on the hill for Gateway is Nathaniel Wigley, and he's also their lead-off batter for Gateway. He'll be on the hill for him here today. I believe that is number 3, yep.
Yes, sir, you are correct.
So here comes Tyson Coy, a young man with deep roots to this Eunice community. And son of Matt Coy, another one of our school board members. Shout out to the Coy family, great people. And Tyson steps into the right-handed batter's box. He's ready. Here comes the first pitch, and it's going to be high and outside. He takes ball 1.
Tyson, huh? Changing his name up here. Not us, somebody else.
So stepping back in there, that next pitch is low and outside.
Oh, he called it a strike.
Oh, did he?
Low and outside for a strike.
No.
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yes, sir, he did.
Wow. Wow.
The score is 0-0 here, bottom of the first, guys.
So here's that next pitch. It's driven down the right field line, foul over towards some vehicles. Somebody got a ding. Every time one of these balls fouls off either straight back or, well, just about anywhere, I'm like, somebody's getting a new dent on their car. So here comes the next pitch from Wigley.
Ooh,
and he
that was
watches
way
it.
Outside, low and outside because of the strike.
And man,
I am not comfortable with that call, but oh well. Who am I, right?
So a strikeout to Coy, and that is Wigley's first K.
He has to fight that off. He's going to be calling that corner.
So stepping in there now is going to be Bubba Cerna.
And I believe he led the team last year in home runs.
Bubba Cerna steps in. He's ready. He takes a big swing at the first one for strike number 1. So Wigley gets ahead of Cerna. Second batter for the Cardinals, Bubba Cerna, steps back in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch from Wigley. It's swung on for strike number 2.
He's way ahead of those pitches, man.
Did they go back to metal bats this year, or did they do that last year?
They did that last year.
Last year. I knew that there was a transition back. I'm kind of glad to see it.
More points on the scoreboard.
For sure. Here comes the next pitch,
and
it is
That's a
way
strike 3
outside.
I sound like Charlie now. Huh?
Yeah, you kind of got that sound going. Shout out to Charlie. He's not with us tonight. Had to work.
Checking on his hotels.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here as Bubba Cerna's at the plate. Here comes the pitch. It's a big curveball, and man, I tell you, I'm glad Bubba hung in there and took a swing at that when he fouled it off and stayed alive. That was a big breaking ball.
It was beautiful. That's the first time he throws it tonight.
Yeah.
He'll probably throw it again. Hopefully he crushes it.
It started off right at Bubba's head, and by the time Bubba swung, it was right over the plate. So here comes the next pitch. Right down the middle, and that was in there for strike number 3.
Are we nervous?
And so
yeah, we heard it from our fans back here. He's coming through the mic.
So Jose Calvillo comes to the plate. He's the left-hander.
I believe he's the only left-hander we got that I know of.
First baseman for the Cardinals steps in there. 2 down already here, 2 outs. And here is the pitch.
Oh, there
Big
it is.
Breaking ball
Outside
right down
corner.
that outside corner for strike number 1.
Got to swing the bat, guys. Got to be aggressive up there.
So Calvillo steps back in there, ready to go. Wigley on the hill for Gateway. Kicks, fires it. There's a big swing.
Not that aggressive, huh?
Yeah. For strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. And Calvillo back in there, ready to go. Takes a look. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be a little high for ball number 1.
I thought he was going to swing for a second.
Yep. Yeah, I'd have had
Close.
a tough time staying off of that one. That's why I wasn't a star baseball fella. Here comes the next pitch. Wigley delivers, and it's inside.
Did you ever get that information talking about inside bouncing off the floor hitting people? Did you
Oh
ever
yeah,
get some?
I didn't. I don't know. Never did have anybody tell me that answer. So
Hopefully
I'm not
Heath
sure.
is listening. He can answer it for us.
Yeah, we noticed what we're talking about. Well, we'll do it after this pitch.
Yes.
So back on the hill is Wigley. 2-2-2. And that one is swing and a miss.
3.
So down goes Calvillo. 3 straight Ks for Wiggly, and we'll move into the top of the second with a tie ball game. What we were talking about is in a softball game the other day, we noticed that the softball pitcher delivered a pitch. It bounced at least twice out between the pitcher's circle and the plate, hit the batter in the leg, and they went to first base. And I had never seen that before. It was always my assumption in baseball as a former baseball player that if the ball hit the ground, it was a dead ball. But they put them on base, so I didn't know if that's a softball thing. I wasn't sure, and nobody ever answered our question. So anybody out there that might know that answer, let us know.
Or if it applies to baseball as well. And the score is 0-0, like Mr. Jones said.
Yeah, so we'll keep it here and just kind of talk about some of these sponsors. You got that sponsor list over there?
Yes, sir. This is the correct one, correct?
I believe so.
All right, shout out to our sponsors, Lobo Trucking, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, Guns Up Services, NMR Pipeline, Redbird Gas, Parker Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Cardinal Hardware, BTA Services, Eunice Record and Rent, our proud sponsor of today's tournament all weekend. So, and most of the rest of the season for baseball and softball.
Yeah, so we appreciate all of you that have tuned in with us all year long as we move into our last seasons, sports seasons of the school year.
Yeah, it's been a good year here for the Eunice Cardinals.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the basketball team, I was a little.
Haven't been able to hang any state championship walls, plaques up there, but
We've gotten close.
Yep.
It's too bad we ain't paying horseshoes, huh?
That's right. So Eunice on the field, getting ready to go here. Luis Gomez, doing
a good job out there.
Man, an amazing football player this year. Probably, definitely the defensive MVP, I would say, of this year's team. A heck of a player on the basketball team. And now here he is on the hill for Eunice's first home game of the season, and that ball is going to be low and outside off the turf.
Bounces it in for ball 1, he said.
Yep.
Off the turf. But that scoreboard does look pretty from here, Mr. Jones. You see, I have good vision.
They said that when we moved this camera, Rance Colburn said it actually made the picture look better when I just tilted it down just a smidge.
I wonder if there was a smudge there.
Might have been. So I got a message here from...
there's a myth right there coming up the
there's
stairs.
Heathams. Man, Heathams, the man, the myth, the legend.
That's our rule book right there.
That's him right there.
Him and Jared Gladden right there,
yeah,
side by side.
We got a double whammy, and that pitch is going to be low and outside. He's going to create an eclipse here on this camera, though, because he's going to stand
Sit
right
down.
there.
Him and Jared?
That's
right.
right.
Why you got to be like that, Jimmy?
Yeah, see, now he's waving at us. He knows we're talking nonsense
His ears start
about
ringing,
him.
huh?
That's right.
I grew up with those clowns. They're good guys, man.
We got a 3-ball, no strike count here. And here comes the next pitch. It's inside for ball 4. So that was number 11. That's Jacoby Chavez as he's going to walk, and he heads over to first.
Puts another runner on for the purple team.
So stepping up for Gateway is Samuel Wade. Wonder if he's any relation to Martin Wade, former Eunice coach. So anyway, stepping in there is Wade. Here comes that first pitch. It's a big breaking ball. Comes back in, and it is strike. So 0-1 here to Wade as Luis Gomez throws the big breaking ball. Got it to break back in there.
It appears to me that Luis likes pitching out of the stretch. Because last time we walked that first guy as well, and he started pitching out of the stretch and started throwing strikes.
Yeah.
So let's see if he continues that trend.
So Luis back in the stretch. Here comes the pitch.
There it is. Strike number 2, right?
There
it
goes.
is. There it goes with the
signal. It's that delayed signal. He's trying to mess with us.
Yeah, you got to pay attention there, Jones.
That's about a
There's a man right there.
About a 3
peace
second
sign.
after. But so that's going to make it 0-2. Gomez on the hill. Here comes the next, and they're going to call him for the balk, and they're going to send the runner to second.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful breaking ball, but it was a balk. So the runner advances from first to second.
That was a close-up of the mayor, Billy Hobbs, City of Eunice, one of our sponsors. As he was walking up, you got a good close-up of his forehead as he walked right up, looked at the camera, gave him a thumbs up.
And that little bit of hair he has left up there. But
yeah, well, I mean, shoot, if you're the mayor, you'd probably pull all your hair out, too.
No hair, Eunice? I wouldn't have no hair.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes here as our catcher, Kevin Garcia, runs out to visit with Gomez a little bit.
They just went and told me, hey, when you're in the windup, when you come set, pause a little bit longer. That's what you did wrong a minute ago.
So back in there is Wade, the right-handed batter for Gateway. He's ready. Here comes Gomez's pitch. It's right down that outside corner, and I was waiting.
He called it a ball.
No,
It's
yep,
1
he
ball,
called
2
it a
strikes.
ball. We've already figured out our ump usually likes to wait about 3 seconds after the pitch hits the mitt before he makes his call, so sometimes he leaves us hanging. Here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball driven right up towards center. Blevin's going to come up, scoop it up. He's going to fire it in. They're going to start. They were turning him around third.
Now he's coming.
And then they did. And now he's out here in the middle. They almost had him in a rundown. And so Blevins chunked it in from way out there in right center, and it kind of
took that hop off the turf over Kevin. And unfortunately, the runner who hit the ball advances all the way to second, putting runners on second and third.
The good thing for the Cardinals is they were able to hold the runners at second and third. So,
well, this little man bunts here.
Yeah. And so stepping back in here is Weston Camper. And he's ready to go with runners at second and third. Here comes the pitch. That's a good one.
Oh, was that a strike?
Oh, there it is. There, he just now gave the call. So once again, it's like a 3-second delay on. I wonder if they teach that at like ump school.
It must be something new because they were doing it in softball as well.
Yes. You're sitting here going, what's the call? What's the call? And there's
is that another strike? No, he calls it a ball. It's 1-1.
Called that one a ball.
You see that little thing on behind Kevin? I wonder what that is. I'm going to find out in a minute. We'll ask this guy in a minute.
Yeah, I don't have any idea. I just know he's got lights. He looks like R2-D2 out there with those lights on his back.
He looks like Arturito? Was that what you said?
No, not Arturito. or not Chicharito either. He looks like Kevin Garcia with green lights flashing on his back.
Like a mobile stoplight or what?
That's right.
The count is 2 balls, 1 strike here. There's another legend, Mr.
There's
Wilson.
another one, yeah. We'll get a close-up of his backside.
They're all coming out of retirement.
Yeah. Anthony Pender now standing there getting some camera time. I couldn't even see the pitch.
Inside corner.
And
strike number 2. The count is 2-2 as everybody wants to be in the camera tonight.
Everybody wants some camera time. They're going to all stand there.
Put a stick to this camera zone. Stay away.
So here comes Gomez back on the hill. His next pitch swung on and missed.
Brought that heat right there.
Strike 3 as Gomez flies that one right past Camper.
Making it out for out number 1. The score remains 0-0.
So Gomez now with 3 Ks. And stepping to the plate is Declan Higgins. So Higgins in there is Gomez, Luis Gomez, the pitcher for the Cardinals. Takes that next pitch right down the middle. And it is strike.
This umpire likes those corners. I'll be there all night just pitching on them corners.
I'd just throw it toward that plate and hope it went over it somewhere, either a corner.
With your eyes wide closed.
That's right, because I can't see that far.
Look, there it is.
A swing and a miss for strike 2. So Gomez gets ahead of Higgins, 0-2 here. Higgins steps back in there ready to go. Runners at second and third as Gateway is at the plate. Gomez ready. Here comes the pitch. It's swung. It's fouled back over into the parking lot. Somebody will have a new ding on their car.
Hustle that ball back in, get a lollipop.
Yep, except not in Eunice.
Not in Eunice. Get a cheeseburger here, I guess. I don't know.
No, we don't give you nothing. We give you a swift kick and tell you thanks for getting it.
Thank you very much.
Luis Gomez back in there ready. Here comes the next pitch.
Oh,
it's right down that outside corner.
Oh, no. Call it a ball, right?
Man, I thought it must have been low. Maybe the way the catcher scooped down a little bit.
So I guess it 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 1 out. Top of the second.
So back in there's Higgins, ready to go. Gomez on the hill. He kicks, fires that one right down that outside corner. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. Gomez with the 4th K of the game here for him. And that'll bring up Osaka.
And that's out number 2. So here we go.
Victor Osaka heads to the plate. And Gomez still on the hill. Runners at second and third. Gomez kicks, fires it toward home. Swung on, driven right back over into the parking lot. Another dinged up car.
Thank you, Evie, for this information. I'll let Mr. Jones see if he can focus on that. It's going over the rules on being hit or not being hit. She came through, boss.
Yeah, I
You can't see that, can you?
well, I can,
But
but
don't have time for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, that's a strike number 2.
Strike 2. So 0-2 to Osaka. Amy Berner also sent me that exact
same
same rule, so we appreciate the station sending us that. Like I said, I'm thinking when I played that wasn't the
swing and a
case.
miss, strike
swing and a
3.
miss for strike 3. Down goes Osaka. Another K for Gomez. That's his 5th K of the ball game. And as we move into the bottom of the second, your score: Eunice 0, Gateway 0. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. Here live in Eunice at the Cardinal Classic.
It's a nice turnout, too, here at the Cardinal Classic. Being as cold as outside with that wind.
Yeah.
The stands are full over here, and right here in the center, we got all the legends. And some visitors over here, like you said earlier.
Yeah, definitely a good group, good crowd here.
And the press box is full as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you got weather like this, you're going to have a full press box. And so we got a dispute happening up here in the press
domestic,
box.
but we'll just call it a
Yeah.
dispute.
Yeah. Yeah, we
got my
we
money
might
on
have
her.
to call 911 in a minute and get the police up here for this domestic that's going on over here in the
I'm staying out of it. I'm here to watch some baseball.
Your name's Bennett and you're not in it?
You're right. I almost cursed there.
So Wiggly is on the hill for Gateway, getting warmed up here, ready to pitch off the bottom half of the second.
We got to get them stick started going here, man. We got Jeter, and then I believe that's Zamora after him on deck, and I don't know who's in the hole. Looks like Levins maybe.
No,
Over here.
Lord?
Lord? Oh, number 2. Okay.
Yeah, Lord will be
I'm
in
just
the hole.
judging off what they look like.
Yeah. Well, and your
Lord.
vision, you're a few years younger than me, but not much, so it's catching up with mine. It's almost as bad as mine
Yeah.
when you're
10 years difference,
confusing
ain't it?
Blevins and Dyson over there.
They're both tall and skinny. And it's good to see those kids out here so fast because they just finished basketball, man. And basketball puts a lot of stress on the body.
And I had never heard of that week off when I was in school.
No, you went one thing to another.
That's right, and you just expected to do it. It's just how it was.
And to perform once you
That's
got on
right.
the field.
That's right. So stepping in here is big Braylon Jeter, the cleanup batter for the Cardinals.
6 foot, 200 pounds, Jeter.
Jeter steps in there 6 foot, maybe 3 or 4. Here's that first
Ooh,
pitch. It's
to
inside the ball one.
Especially if that ball would have hit him in the elbow, the ball would have shattered.
Yeah, Jeter is
A big old boy.
he is a big old boy. That is no doubt about it. So Jeter steps in there ready to go. Wiggly kicks, fires toward home. It's driven
And he
foul.
just missed that one.
Right over into the parking lot. Somebody else got a dent on their car.
Making it count 1-1 here. Bottom of the second.
I've always said if we had like a body shop that wanted to sponsor our broadcast, we could say that ding on that car was brought to you by, like the body shop.
Jimmy Jones Body Shop.
My body would be like bodybuilding,
He said bodybuilding.
I'd be flexing out there doing like a pose, showing.
It'd be a skinny pose, he said.
I wish it was skinny. Ain't nothing skinny about me anymore.
I ain't gonna talk about
Here goes
weight.
the next pitch, right down the middle for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. The first batter, Braylon Jeter. We're in the bottom of the second. Jeter leading off this inning. He is the number 4 batter for this Cardinal team. Here is the pitch. It's driven
off the plate,
foul,
foul ball.
right over toward the Cardinal dugout.
Yes, sir. What's going on,
Beautiful
Jeter?
night right now as that wind has kind of slowed down. Cold out there, but man, that sky looks amazing out across there.
Beautiful sunset, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Too bad we can't get it on the camera.
So Wiggly with the next pitch. It's driven right over towards second. It's going to go into the gap. It's heading out toward right center. Jeter's going to turn around first. He's headed for second. In there safely as Braylon Jeter going to drive himself all the way to second there. We're going to call it an error, but ended up a double.
Yeah, I agree with you. It might be an error, but good shot going opposite field here.
So Luis Zamora now comes to the plate for the Cardinals. Jeter standing in scoring position on second. Zamora up there and ready. Jeter taking the big lead out there at second. He's about 3-4 steps off. They're not going to hold him, so he's going to go out some more. And that first pitch is going to be high for ball
Man,
one.
that's a huge lead over there. You weren't joking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go all the way to third. Look at that. Pitch is not even on the mound, but he's ready to steal.
Yeah. So stepping in there, he's ready to go. Wiggly. Here comes the pitch to Zamora. They tried to hold him a little closer that time, and that one's going to be outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, no strikes here to Wiggly.
And Zamora's right on the plate, man. He's crowding that plate tremendously.
He is.
Anything inside is going to be hard to hit.
Jeter standing at second. Shout out to Leanne Reeves for watching. We appreciate you. And here comes the next pitch. It's driven high into right.
That's trouble.
Shallow right
That's
field.
trouble.
3 players going for it. It's going to hit the turf. And Jeter wasn't sure. I think the coach was holding him, which is probably a good deal. Runners now at first and second. And that'll bring up number 2.
I'm laughing because this coach over here in first base is like, go. And Jeter's like, no.
Yeah. Well, I looked over here.
He had him like
Tyler was holding him.
He had the stop sign on him, yes, sir.
Yep. He was giving him the stop
Normally,
sign.
with no outs and a pop fly, you go halfway, but that ball was so close to the infield, you couldn't go.
Yeah, he was giving him. I looked at Tyler from the beginning, Coach Almaguer. He was giving him the stop sign. So
and he's the law out there.
That's right.
Both coaches.
Runners at first and second, and up comes Dyson Lord. The Lord man heads to the plate. He's going to bunt that first one foul.
Man.
He was trying to
Good
advance
thought,
the
good thought.
runners.
And he's fast.
Yeah.
That young man is fast. Somebody screamed, get that butt down.
And that third baseman, if you'll look how deep he's playing, it looked like he was going to bunt it toward first. I'm not sure I wouldn't go the other way because how deep that third baseman's playing. So he's going to square around again. Nobody's moving. He's going to push that one right to the pitcher, and they fire over, and they're going to get him. He's going to advance the runners. And so Dyson Lord
some small ball here gets
with the ground out.
Yes, gets the ground out, but gets the runners in scoring position here.
Yeah.
So that's just 1 out. We got number 3 up the bat. Who's that? He's
number 3
roster.
is Kevin Garcia.
Oh, he's not over here. We had to pencil him in, huh?
Yeah, there's multiple players that were not on the Max Preps roster today when I printed all this stuff out. Yeah, well, it's all these kids that just came from basketball. So Kevin Garcia steps to the plate, another right-handed batter, 1 out, runners at first and second. That first pitch is right down the middle for strike number 1. Garcia.
Come on, Garcia.
Steps in there down 0-1. Wiggly on the hill for Gateway. He takes a look at his catcher, gets the sign, and here comes the pitch. Garcia swings and misses at that one, and that's going to put him down 0-2.
Are you shaking your leg?
Nope.
Because this is moving over big time. Did you see that?
I think it's Billy over there shaking that baby. We'll get that baby shaking baby syndrome. Anyway, here comes the next one.
I thought about the same thing, so you can't say that.
Here's the next big breaking ball, and it comes back in.
Got him.
And down goes Garcia on a big breaking ball. That is the 4th strikeout by Wiggly.
And he's out number 2.
And stepping up to the plate now is Luis Gomez, I believe.
Yes, sir, number 8. He can help himself here.
Gomez pitching for the Cardinals. He steps in there ready to go. I don't know if he played baseball last year,
no, sir,
did
he did not play baseball last year.
And that first pitch is low and outside for ball 1.
I was looking at this. A lot of kids on here did not play baseball last year.
Yep. Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
we've
Billy
got an
shook him too
upset
hard.
kiddo over there. I think Billy was shaking him too hard. That's the whole press box is shaking. And here comes the next pitch. It swung on and missed for strike
number 1.
Number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
2 outs and the score is 0-0.
We've got a tiny little baby in the press box with us tonight. So if you hear somebody crying, it's not the mayor. It's somebody else.
Man,
And that pitch is right down the middle for strike number 2. And Miss Hobbs just said it might be the mayor that's crying. It's
I won't leave that alone.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. We're in the bottom of the second. That ball's right off the knuckles, right back to the pitcher. He's going to fire it over to first, and they're going to get him before we can score any. Eunice leaves 2 runners on base, and down go the Cardinals in this inning. We'll move to the top of the 3rd. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice.
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. And it has gotten silent here because Dad has taken over duties, and babies don't cry for Dad because Dad said, "I'll give you something to cry about," you know. So,
but this is this is a good dad here. Mama didn't like that comment.
That's right. She's like, "No, babies don't just cry for Dad or for Mama; they cry for Dad too." But
we're about to lose Jimmy here for a second. Charlie, where you at? We need you, Charlie.
Mama volunteered to jump on the radio today if nobody showed up to help. So we were about to mic her up, and so we'd have had some close-up
some
baby
intelligent
noise.
conversations.
Well, that too.
Or she would be correcting you on
Travis
that.
Wilson pulling his wedgie out right here in front of the camera.
I was saying that.
Well,
that was brought to you by
that's what he
the
was
city
doing.
of Eunice.
I don't think half these people realize they're on camera. They come over and stand up right in front of the
we
camera.
need to put a sticker, literally, the camera zone or TV zone or YouTube zone, something. That way they realize it won't get up here. They'll use the other way.
Yeah.
Man, if you don't know who Travis is, that's him out there.
That's right. So, anyway, here we go. The Cardinals finish their warm-up. Stepping in for Lubbock, or not
It's
Lubbock,
Wiggly.
for Gateway is Nathaniel Wiggly. He walked his first at bat. He's also the pitcher for Gateway. Luis Gomez still on the hill for the Cardinals. His first pitch is low and outside, and I got to go back to what you said earlier about the
pitching out of the stretch.
Yes, he seems to do better that way.
And he can start from the stretch. I don't know if he knows that.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
So here comes the next pitch. 1-0 is the count. That's a big breaking ball. Hit down the third base line. Scooped up over there. Let's see if they can make the throw.
Yeah.
They zoom it across, and they're going to gun him at first base. What a throw by Bubba Cerna.
Yes,
he
backhanded
scooped
him,
it up on the backhand right down the third base line. Kind of hesitated to get his hand on the ball there for just a moment, and then shot a rocket right across to first base, getting Wiggly on the ground out.
It made it look easy, didn't he?
That'll bring up Munson to the plate. Munson heads back in there. He struck out his last at bat, and he takes that first pitch inside for ball one.
Inside by a smidge here.
Luis Gomez on the hill for the Cardinals. Grady Munson at the plate, the right-handed batter for Gateway. Here's the pitch. Big breaking ball. It comes back, and that's strike number one. That's a good pitch.
Strike. Yeah, that's beautiful.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here comes the next pitch from Luis Gomez, and it's right down that outside corner.
Oh, just a little too low.
And I believe it's going to be low and outside for ball 2.
Yes, sir.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
The wind is trying to calm down a lot more. Look at that flag out there.
Yeah, just kind of barely flapping in the wind. And there's a big breaking ball and a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Munson ready for the next pitch. Luis Gomez kicks, looks toward home. He fires it right down the middle.
What? That was low? He calls it a ball, making a full count here. I thought that was a strike. Did you?
I did too. I was already in my hyped up strikeout noise mode.
You're about to throw the ball around, weren't you?
I'm telling you. Throw it around the horn. Here comes the next pitch, and that one is going to be low and outside. And so that'll send Munson to first base on the walk.
Man, that fielder behind short, that outfielder is so close. They hit it over his head. He doesn't realize that wind has stopped blowing.
So Fulkerson now comes to the plate. He struck out his last at bat, got a runner on first. And so Gomez ready to go. He steps in there. He fires
Beautiful
that
breaking
one.
ball.
Big breaking ball, and
Has
it's
to
in
be a
there for
strike,
strike
man.
one.
That delay makes you start doubting yourself, huh?
Yeah, for sure. So this is Fulkerson at the plate. Once again, he struck out his last at bat. Runner at first.
There's a decent lead over there at first.
Here goes
Oh, and he's
Luis.
going.
There goes the runner. He
Another
takes
breaking
it.
ball.
They throw it out toward him. He skips it out there. They're not going to get him, so he's going to steal second. And
The last moment they realized, oh,
yeah.
shoot. I'm on
And
camera.
so he moves over to second and stepping up to the plate with a 1-1-1 count
He
is
had 2
Fulkerson.
strikes.
Here's that next pitch.
It's a ball, so it's what? You heard it?
Yeah, he said somebody sent him a message saying when Wilson stands up, it's a solar eclipse.
Oh, these mics pick up everything, guys.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here comes the next pitch. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's strike number 3.
And down goes
Frazier. No, I'm
Fulkerson.
Fulkerson. Round number 2 here.
That is the 6th K for Gomez.
You see how better he pitches from the stretch?
So Bolin now comes to the plate. The right-hander got a runner on second, 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch. Gomez takes the sign, kicks, fires it toward home. Big breaking ball. And I guess it's going to be a little low for ball number 1.
I guess so. I don't know. I would call it a strike. How about yourself?
Yeah. So Bolin back in there, ready to go. He had a fly out his last at bat. I believe that was the drive out into center field that
when Billy
Blevins
came in and slid in.
and scooped it up. And that pitch was a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
That shaking scares me, man.
Well, and I was looking this time. I don't think they can blame it on the little one this time. I think Billy just shakes or something.
He's nervous.
There's a big swing and a miss for strike number 2.
It's a tick he has. He's just shaking all the time.
It's all that. That's right. That's right. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bolin at the plate. Gomez on the hill, kicks, fires it
there
down
it is,
the
strike
middle
number
for
3.
strike number 3. And down goes Bolin. And that is the 7th K for Gomez here as we move into the bottom of the 3rd. We still got a 0-0 game. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the I don't know how many annual Cardinal Classic. Not sure.
That T-shirt said 30, but I think that's wrong. I think that's last
An
year.
old
Years.
shirt?
Yes, sir.
Any idea what year this is for the Cardinal Classic? You got a guru that might know?
He said the boss going to go ask Xan. What did I tell you?
30th.
Oh, I guess that T-shirt is right.
30th.
Huh.
30th. All right. We got word passed on through Mayor Hobbs from the boss, Miss Hobbs, who was sitting out front, that this is the 30th 3-0 annual Cardinal Classic.
Which means that's a lot of baseball here in Eunice.
That's a lot of Cardinal Classics.
Yes, it is. This brings up Mr. Blevins up the bat. Our center fielder for tonight made a beautiful catch earlier. A sliding catch. Really steps in the box, gets ready. Oh, inside. I almost hit him in the elbow, but it didn't. So that's ball number 1.
So Blevins with his first at bat here at this ball game in the bottom of the 3rd steps back in there ready to go. 1 ball, no strikes to Blevins, the leadoff batter here in this inning. Takes a big swing at that one. That'll even out the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Can you see the Cardinal on top of the scoreboard?
I'm telling you, I can't see nothing. But I don't know if it's just because my vision's terrible or is that scoreboard's tiny out there, but I can't.
No, that's a good size. This is net.
Is it?
We'll take you out there in a minute.
Yeah,
We'll take you to the track.
I can't see it, I'm telling you. I can't.
We need to donate some glasses or some binoculars.
I got some. I wore my glasses.
Oh, you do
today,
have them on, huh?
and Blevins fouls that one off. And Heath Dean gets up. We've got another partial eclipse. He's going to get up.
You're going to name these eclipse, the Dean eclipse, the Wilson eclipse,
That's
the Gladden
right.
eclipse.
Those are all eclipses. And so stepping back in there is Blevins. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ooh.
Big breaking ball, and it hits him on
And
the
he
bow.
charges them out.
And
Oh, no, he don't.
You could tell that kind
He's
of.
irritated. Look at him.
Yeah, that slammed him right up high in the shoulder. And so Blevins gets hit by a pitch.
This
and
is
he
luck,
heads over
huh?
to first. Yeah, you could tell he didn't like that one. And
He needs to get a protector on that elbow. Huh?
yeah, he's looking at his elbow. Got hit right in the left between the elbow and the shoulder area somewhere.
His dad is probably screaming, "Don't rub it."
That's right. That's
Because
right.
he's trying to get skin.
Yeah, he's going to get up here so we don't catch a close-up of his wedgie that he had like earlier. So that first ball is going to be low and outside for ball number 1.
For a Coy up the bat here.
Yeah, we're back to the top of the lineup
Yes,
for the
sir.
Cardinals. Tyson Coy struck out his last at bat. Headed up here now. He's got 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Billy Blevins standing over at first. Got a pretty good lead already.
Get the second. He's pretty
Starting to
fast.
stretch it out.
There
There
you
he
go.
goes. He got a good jump. He's headed down there, and he slides in. I tell you what, the
He made it
catcher's got
easy.
a good
Yeah.
arm because Blevins left before the pitcher even made his move toward home. He was on
Waving
his
by.
horse, and out goes Gladden as well. So Blevins now stands on second after the stolen base.
So what's the count? 1-1 here. 1 ball, 1 strike on Coy.
Yeah. And Tyson is back in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball. It's going to stay high for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. We've got no outs here. This is the second batter of this inning for the Cardinals in Coy.
I wouldn't be surprised if Billy steals here.
Blevins was hit by a pitch. He then stole second base. He's out there on second with a big lead. There's a dry foul over toward the first base dugout. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here to Tyson Coy.
We need to get Blevins on third here, man.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah. You got some wheels, man. Put him in motion. Be aggressive here. We got to be aggressive, Coach.
So back in there is Coy, ready to go. Wiggly on the hill for Gateway. Kicks, fires, a swing and a miss. And that was that strike 2, 3?
I think it's 2-2. 2 strikes. No, that's 3.
Oh,
The
3.
umpire said 3.
All right. I thought I
apologize.
had said it was 2-2. So down goes Coy.
Out number 1.
And that is the first out of this inning.
There's
Up to the
Bubba.
plate comes Big Bubba Cerna. Cerna had a lot of RBIs last year. Let's see if he can get started here. Blevins on second with a big lead. Here comes the pitch. It's driven down the third base line, but it's going to be foul.
Right into the dugout. Nobody feels that ball.
They were all diving out of the
Yeah.
way. It's kind of a cool night here. Nobody's cold hand wants to get on that one.
A cool night, huh, with all these moons out here.
And they said that I got a message here about that thing on Kevin's back. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay.
Here comes the next pitch. Fouled right back at us from Cerna. So 0-2 to Bubba. What they're saying is that Tyler can talk to the catcher through that device.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
And so it's like a communication device. That
Instead of
the
trying to get
catcher-
signs in and out. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? Throw a curveball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So here comes the next pitch. It's swung on and driven
Ooh.
deep into right center field. It's way back there and high. It's going to stay in. Blevins almost tagged up, and then he changed his mind and stayed there. He would have
Man.
been into third, I
Easily.
believe.
Yes, easily. As fast as Blevins is, he should have tagged it the whole way.
So they held him up, or he held himself up, but he stayed there. That was a deep fly ball. The breeze right now is kind of picked up again, and it's
kinda
coming
stopped
right
that
towards
ball,
center,
man.
and he hit it high, and it just got up there and held high. And so Cerna with the fly out to center field, and that'll bring Jose Calvillo, the left-hander, up with 2 outs and a runner on second.
Come on now.
Calvillo in there ready. Here comes the pitch from Wiggly. It's driven high, and it's going to go foul back over here behind the first base dugout into the parking lot. Somebody's poor car.
If that hit is going to make a big
Oh,
dent.
yeah, because he hit that mile high.
Either way, that's a strike.
Yep.
Come on, Alcario. Put it in play here.
So stepping back in there is Jose Calvillo. 0-1 the count. 2 outs. Blevins on second. Takes the big lead. Here he's going. That
He
ball's
made
low,
easy.
and he's going to be there easy. And
Come
then
on,
they're
come
going
on,
to
come
throw
on,
it
come on,
into
come on.
center. And here comes Blevins headed for home. He's going to steal third, and on the overthrow, he's going to get to home plate. And Eunice going to get the first run.
Yep, he sure is. He's going to take him back or he's calling him out. No, he's probably wanting the dugout to get in the dugout.
The ump come running over. I wasn't sure what he was doing, but they're going to give him the run. So Blevins scores a run.
Well, I'll tell you, steal, baby.
So he stole and then made it home. And so now Calvillo back as Blevins puts the first run. And Calvillo drives that one high into left field. I think it's going to be trouble. And diving to make the catch is the left fielder over there. But not before Eunice puts a run on the board. Your Cardinals lead 1-0 as we move to the fourth.
Lobo Trucking has been in business now for 20 years and wants to give thanks to you and their hardworking and dedicated employees. Lobo Trucking takes great pride in developing a highly trained, motivated, and professional workforce. Lobo Trucking can safely and efficiently meet any fluid management needs, and Lobo Trucking is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Lobo Trucking salutes all the hardworking coaches, teachers, and students. Keep up the good job.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. The Cardinals here in the first round of the Cardinal Classic, the 30th annual Cardinal Classic, finally get a run as Billy Blevins got hit by a pitch. He stole second. Then he stole third, and as he was stealing third, the catcher threw it to third base. Blevins and the third baseman had a little collision there at the base. The ball went past and ended up in left field, and Blevins sprinted down the third base line into home, and it is 1-0. So we've still got Luis Gomez on the hill for the Cardinals. Young man has done a pretty good job on the hill.
Yes, he has, man.
Considering I don't think I've ever seen him play baseball, much less pitch, and he's up there doing well. And he just came from basketball less than a week ago.
Yeah, so who knows how his arm's feeling right here.
Yep. So stepping to the plate for Gateway is Jacoby Chavez. Young man walked his last at bat. Gateway trails now 1-0, and we're in the top of the fourth inning. Here comes the first pitch. It's right down the middle, but maybe they're going to say a little low.
That was a strike in the first inning.
Yeah. So I'm assuming he's going to say that was low. It looked pretty good. Ball one. So Gomez back on the hill, takes the sign, ready to go. Here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball. It goes off the knuckles, headed over toward first, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go foul.
Foul ball.
Still got my out-of-bounds basketball thought in me. And so Jacoby Chavez steps back in there, ready to go. 1 ball, 1 strike. He is the leadoff batter for this inning. Here's the pitch.
Oh, beautiful breaking ball. Should be a strike.
Breaking ball. It comes back in there, and they give him the call. It was a delayed one, but they give it to him. That'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a long delay, man. I'm impatient if I was a pitcher. Like, what was that?
Yep. So Chavez back in there ready. Luis Gomez making quick work. Here comes the next pitch. It's driven into the parking lot, and that'll put another dent in the car.
That'll probably break a windshield, man. It's going out fast.
Yeah.
Throw him that break ball, Luis. Throw him that breaking ball.
So Luis back on the hill ready. Jacoby Chavez in the right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch, and it's outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
No outs.
Redbird Garage is your home.
Sorry about that. That's sensitive.
I'm telling you. Sendo's over here pushing buttons.
I just had my finger on it. Sorry, a little free sponsorship there.
There you go, Redbird. Here we go. Here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball driven over toward first. Nice scoop there by Jose Calvillo, and he's going to step on first. And down goes the first batter of this inning as Chavez with the ground out.
That's the first out or the second out?
I think it's the first, right? I think he was the leadoff batter. Anyway, next up will be Samuel Wade.
Don't ask me. I'm pushing buttons over here.
And Wade steps in there ready. Here's
Ooh.
a pitch that's low and outside for ball number 1.
Way outside, he said.
So this is Samuel Wade. He had a single his last at bat. Brett Hobbs over here making some milk.
Making a bottle.
Yeah.
And the
Oh, well.
breaking ball comes in for
Making
strike number
milk,
1.
making a bottle. It's all the same. He's he doesn't have the machine hooked up to himself in here, so we're doing all right. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here
And
comes the
we're
next
making
pitch.
bottles.
It's making bottles. That's right.
It's a
We're
Renaissance
not
man over
popping
here.
bottles. We're making milk.
Making bottles.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, Lord.
Stepping back in there is Wade. Here comes the pitch from Gomez. He kicks and fires it toward home. It's going to be low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Here comes trouble. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I say. That's your trouble right
Yes.
there. Coming
Because
up here to
she
check on
ducks.
you.
There you
Yeah,
go.
she's smart. She never even got a head nod on the.
She would have been a shooting star compared to the moon.
That's right. Oh, that was fouled off or swung at. They're going to throw it over toward first. Calvillo
man, that
does a
scared
good
me.
job scooping it up. And they throw the runner out as he check swinged at that 3rd strike and headed down. And so
That was
down
out number
goes,
2, man. That scared me. That throw scared me a lot, Jimmy.
Yeah.
A lot.
I concur. And as that is a check swing strike and then runner was first counts as a K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are correct, sir.
That's 8 strikeouts so far.
Ooh, hit
here
the
for
next batter.
Gomez, and then he bings
He just
Weston
jinxed him, bro.
Camper. And Camper he'll camper over to first.
And Camper's a little guy, huh?
Yeah.
Especially by Calvillo. Calvillo's just a big old boy.
Yeah, he is a big fella. So that'll bring up Declan Higgins. Young man struck out his last at bat. He steps in there ready to go. Big lead over at first. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. Looks like he tipped it off, so a foul, strike 1.
He likes that curveball.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably one of his best pitches.
Yeah.
He's very consistent with it.
So Gomez steps back in there, takes a look over at first, trying to keep his runner close. And here comes the pitch. It's
A little bit
outside for ball number 1. I kept waiting, thinking maybe we'd get that delayed call, but we didn't get it.
That last-minute strike.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Runner on first. Here comes the next
Ooh,
pitch.
that should be a strike.
No call there, so I'm assuming that's going to be a ball. Ball number 2.
Dude, that looks so close.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As we mentioned, this is Higgins. Luis Gomez on the hill for the Cardinals. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball swung on and missed for strike number 2. So we've got that Ruby, or Oogie, or whatever they say.
He's gone. He's probably listening to us right now.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
You write that down somewhere, Jimmy.
I'm going to have to write it on my little note card or something to keep in my up.
There's a balk. He
And they're
didn't
going to
pause
call
again,
the
man.
balk.
He needs to pause it pause a little bit longer. See how the umpire's telling Kevin.
Yep. You're giving Kevin some instructions so that he can run out there and tell the pitcher.
And that's nice of these umpires. They know these kids are still first few games. Kind of, you know what? This is what you're doing wrong. Correct it now. Correct it now. So
It's the way he was talking to him. It's something about the turn of his shoulders.
like he comes here and he opens up a little bit too much.
Yeah.
That's a balk. If he opens up, he has to throw it first.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner was advanced to second. Here
There
comes
it
a
is.
big breaking ball, and down he goes. Luis Gomez says, well, I'll go ahead and make up for that one, and down goes Higgins. That is the 9th strikeout
With the
of the
breaking ball.
game. So with that, we'll send it over for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. We're here in the Cardinal Classic, the opening game of the 30th annual Cardinal Classic. Your Cardinals are playing against Gateway Christian of Roswell. They lead 1-0 as we move in to the bottom of the fourth. 1, 2, 3. Is
yes,
that
sir.
right?
You are correct. Bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth. I can't see the fours out there because I can't see that far.
But you can count the zeros, right?
That's
how I did it a minute
that's
ago.
how
That's
I'm
1, 2, 3,
doing
4, yeah.
And even those zeros are blurry to me, but I can see them.
And that run came in off of Bailey Blevins, stealing all the way home from first.
Yep.
Off a misplay there off a Christian Gateway.
Blevins was hit by a pitch, stole second. A couple pitches later, stole third, and as he was sliding into third, there was a little collision between him and the third baseman. As the ball was coming down that way, it went through, ended up in left field. Blevins jumped up and ran into home, and that's how we got our one run. And
that's a low-scoring game, but that one run can win us the game.
Yep. And I believe we'll have Braylon Jeter, the cleanup batter for the Cardinals, coming up to the plate.
Zamora's after him, and number 2 is Lord after him.
Yeah.
So here we go. He threw a long time here warming up here.
Yeah, this is a little bit longer than.
Green light or red light here, Mr. Jones?
I don't know. Tyler probably knows better than me. He's probably been watching him swing that bat every day at practice. So here we go. We'll see. It was a green light.
Yeah.
And he drove that one foul over toward the first base dugout.
I would have given him the red light, but you're absolutely right. That's why he's the head coach, and I'm up here.
So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out to Zamora. He steps back in there, ready again. Here comes the next pitch, and that one is inside, and they call it a strike.
A 2-minute strike, they call it.
Man, Zamora, we mentioned earlier, he is on the plate. His toes are on the white chalk, which it's fake chalk, but it's
the white paint.
So now you got a 3-2-1. That usually means contact. So here we go. Contact right back at us. It was a foul ball.
Mm-hmm. He almost knocked that paper out of the net, but unfortunately it didn't fall away.
Looks like a popsicle wrapper or something.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Too bad we can't climb up there and take it off.
Kind of is right in our
stressing me big time.
Yeah, right in our viewing area. It's been a really windy day here today. In fact, my wife and I, as quick as I got out of work, drove to Hobbs right quick. And, man, the dirt was blowing. It was blowing in places so hard down toward Hobbs you couldn't even hardly see across the road.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I was worried about the weather here tonight, but it actually turned out to be a pretty night so far. It's just cool. Here comes the next pitch. Fouled off again, so Zamora stays alive.
Yes, sir. That's all it takes. Man, that food looks good on it.
There's a lot of that food coming up here. Hot dogs, chili dogs,
hamburgers,
fries
chili cheese
with
fries.
Cheese, and there's all kinds of good stuff.
We got her. Everybody ducks at the last minute.
Yeah, we got him
ducking.
ducking.
Hits a pop fly. Oh, way behind third baseman.
It's high.
Oh, that fielder was right at the right spot.
Yeah,
huh?
The left fielder steps in, makes the catch, and so on the pop fly, down goes Luis Zamora on the fly out.
He did work the pitch count there pretty good. So
for sure. So that'll bring up Dyson Lord, young man that grounded out his last at bat on a little bunt. He bunted it back right to
Yes,
the
sir.
pitcher.
But he moved the runners, but we did
He-
not
he
score
did.
that inning. So,
Yep.
let's
So
swing
he
away here, bud.
steps in there ready to go and does Dyson Lord. Here comes the first pitch. Big breaking ball. He takes it
I love that
high and
hack.
back over the top of us.
That's a
into
good
the parking
swing,
lot.
man. That was an aggressive swing, man. I like that.
So 0-1 to Lord. He's already back in there, got his bat up, wiggling it around. He's ready. As Wiggly, no pun intended, but maybe there is some, on the mound. He takes a swing at that one and fouls that one off. So he's down 0-2 now.
We got Kevin Garcia on deck, right? Number
I
3.
believe that's correct.
Yes, you are correct. He has those shin protectors still on, so.
With 2 outs, he's over there in the on-deck circle. Tyler Almaguer, as we mentioned, first-year head coach, standing down there in the third base box. Zamora back in there. Wiggly throws the pitch. It's going to be way outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lord didn't bite on that pitch. He thought he was throwing it outside like that. It's 50-50 because umpire would have called it a strike.
Yep. He set up this time right down the middle as the catcher, and here comes the pitch. It's inside.
Ooh.
And that'll be ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I won't even say the third one because I don't know the wiggle, wiggle, wiggle or whatever it is that,
You just got to make something up, Jimmy.
yeah, boogle, boogle, woogle. What is it that they say? Rock, boogie, hoogie or something. But here comes the next pitch, and that one's going to be outside, and whatever I did worked.
You got to remember how you said it. That's going to be the hard part.
Yeah, I can't say
You
that
said
again.
boogly, woogly, 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 wow.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And,
Bottom of the 4th.
Wiggly is on the hill, and here comes the pitch.
Oh, that's high. Oh, I thought they
And
were going to call it a
that's gonna be-
strike.
Oh, they did
He
call
did?
it.
What?
Wow.
That is
Wow. Woo. Man, I thought it was high.
the poor
And,
catcher had raised like 4 inches to catch that.
I thought
Anyways.
he raised more than 4 inches.
Anyways,
but,
what do I know, right?
Anyway, down go the Cardinals as Lord with the strikeout. And we will send it over for a quick word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 13 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They are your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on their Eunice Cardinals and wish them luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Go, number 5.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. We've got some positional changes for the Cardinals, as Rosendo has told me that is now Zamora on the hill for Eunice. The Santa Rosa Lions all packed up and took off out of the bleachers.
And going back to the original pitcher, Luis Gomez, he did a beautiful job coming out there and, I mean, pretty much pitched a shutout coming straight out of a basketball. And that's a good job keeping his pitch count down, saving that arm for later on in the season.
Yeah, later on in this tournament, possibly.
Yes, sir.
He had 9 Ks in 4 innings of work. So
Correct.
9 Ks, he pitched 4 innings.
And most of those strikeouts, those Ks were off his breaking ball, was breaking beautiful tonight.
So Zamora heads to the hill. I was trying to see. I can't see very good. So
And they got a sub on over here. I can't see his number
somewhere
over behind third base. I can't see his number from here. Let me turn
left
around.
field. You pointing at left field?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that what you're talking about behind?
We'll find out in a minute once he starts announcing them.
And do they still have Garcia?
Yes, Garcia
Behind
is
the
still
plate?
catching. Yes, sir.
Okay. Listening to some of the talk around before the game started, they were saying that they've had someone else.
See that light way out there?
Yeah, I do. It's like a 4-wheeler or something
It's a little bright. Who knows? Probably a cop out there at the
at the police department.
doing donuts.
Yeah, that's very possible. The
That's
good
the
thing,
spotlight.
the good thing about that stuff is we're up high, we can see it. The players, that
Way low.
wall blocks it, so they most likely won't see it.
Sorry
from
by
there.
interrupting. You were talking about the catchers.
I don't even remember what. Garcia.
Yes.
Um,
And Isaiah usually plays that position.
yeah, they were saying that they were going to try Garcia today just to see the look, as Garcia just came from basketball. Because that's not Garcia anymore, is it?
Yeah, catching, yes, sir.
Is it still Garcia?
Yes, sir.
Man, then that must be a tiny ump, because he just stood up and looked down at that ump like.
Yeah, and Isaac is a lot smaller than Garcia.
Oh, okay. So on the hill is Zamora. Here comes the next pitch. Big swing and a foul ball.
What happened here? A little hesitation there. He's about to talk about the pitches.
Yeah, maybe so. So out goes the catcher out to visit with Zamora. A little discussion out there on the hill.
And Kevin's done a good job coming in here in his first game. I'm assuming catching from basketballs. He's done a beautiful job back there.
And this is Victor Osaka for Gateway. Back in that right-handed batter's box with a 0-1 count. Here comes the next pitch, and it's driven right back up toward the pitcher. It goes off his glove. The shortstop runs in, scoops it up. Jeter with an amazing play from short. Comes in, takes the ball off the deflection from the pitcher, scoops it up barehanded, fires it over to first right in time. What a play by Braylon Jeter, and down goes Gateway.
That made the play right there. Barehanded, and he has a cannon for an arm. He just... easy money. Beautiful defense out there for the Eunice Cardinals, making it out number 1.
And now Gateway will be back to the top of the lineup with Wiggly,
strike,
the pitcher, and he gets strike 1.
On the outside corner.
Young man's got a walk and a ground out here so far, plus he's pitched the entire game for Gateway. Here goes Zamora's next pitch, a huge breaking ball. Slow, looked like it took forever.
Man. That thing just broke.
And a big swing and a miss, and it turned the flag directions out there in center field. So down 0-2 is Wiggly. This is some pitcher-on-pitcher crime here.
Ooh, aim for
and that ball
corner.
Skipped off the turf right into the glove outside.
For ball number 1, right? Making it 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here. On the top of the 5th, right?
Mm-hmm. Stepping back in there, here comes the next pitch. It's driven over towards second. Second baseman going to scoop it up. Flips it over to first, and that will be out number 2. Good play there by the second baseman. Who do we have on second?
Coy.
That's Coy that comes in, scooped that one up just in time, fired it to first. And that is a ground out.
I like how Coy did. He waited for the ball, positioned himself, picked it up. Good clean throw to first base and got him out, man. Beautiful job by that young man.
So next up will be Munson.
Breaking ball. Did it stay
breaking
high?
Ball didn't quite come back in there.
Oh.
Looked like it stayed a little inside to me. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here. Zamora's come in. He's got a completely different pitching style than Gomez. Here's the next. That was a little bit of a fastball that had
almost got that paper off the net.
It's slowly wiggling down.
Yeah, going back to Zamora, he gets on the mound, gets the sign, and comes right towards.
Line, it's going to be foul. Ended up curving back, kind of like a slice in golf, as it just kept curving and ended up about 5-6 feet outside of the foul line for strike number 2.
That was a blessing in disguise because our player was way over there. He wasn't. He wasn't getting to that on time.
Yeah, that ball hits 5-6 feet to the left, and hit that young man's on extra bases.
Yeah, he's on third or second if he's fast.
So Grady Munson, the batter for Gateway, steps back in there ready to go. Zamora's next pitch, big breaking ball, doesn't quite get
back. The batter was already walking towards the dugout.
He's got a big, slow, moving breaking ball that goes a long ways, and it definitely makes some of them think about it. And there goes one right down the middle. It's hit back towards short. Jeter going to scoop it up, fires it over to first. What a play by Jeter, and a good play at first by Calvillo. And down goes Munson, and we'll head to the bottom of I think it's the 5th, with your Cardinals leading 1-0. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports here in the Eunice Cardinal Classic, the 30th annual Cardinal Classic. Your Cardinals lead 1-0. We're moving into the bottom of the fifth. The Cardinals with that 1-0 lead. Talked about that one run. Blevins got hit by a pitch. He then stole second. A couple of pitches later, he stole third, and as he was sliding into third, him and the third baseman made some contact. The ball skipped through, ended up in left field, and Blevins headed down that third base line, zipped into home, and that is our one run of this ball game.
I mean, that's insane. It's just that one run. We ain't got that many hits put together neither, so I don't know. Must be this cold night.
And that'll bring our catcher here tonight, Kevin Garcia, up to the plate. He had to strike out his first at bat. He steps in there ready to go. Wiggly still on the hill for Gateway, and Garcia slaps that one foul out of play down the first base line and into the parking lot.
Being aggressive there on their first pitch, man.
Kind of
like
slapped
that,
at
yeah.
it. And he's back in there ready. Quick work as Quigley's back on the hill. He takes the pitch, or takes the sign, kicks, fires it toward home, and another foul, and that one is right into the center of the parking lot. I guarantee you that one hit a car.
I agree, it did. Number 19 is the next batter. He's the one that came in subbed. I think that's Gota.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they get that information.
Garcia steps in here ready. 0-2 is the count.
Watch that breaking ball, Garcia.
Here comes the pitch. Fouled off. He swung and missed, and Garcia's going to head to first. They throw it over toward first.
There you go. Good job turning to the right. Get on the bag, bud. Get on the bag.
Garcia.
Did you see Garcia?
Yeah.
Now go.
They overthrow, throwing the ball to the pitcher, so now Garcia's standing on second.
Yes.
I tell you what, that third baseman's got an arm, though, because I didn't think there was any way it
I
would
didn't
even
think
be
it was close, man. It's bang,
and
bang
he
there.
made it close there.
Oh, can't play the song twice over here, poor guys. So Garcia standing on second. We got the sub coming in, Gota. Gerson Gota.
So Gota heads up. That's Haziel Gota.
Haziel Gota. I'm sorry, I called him.
That's all right.
We need some light in here. That's what we need.
Yeah, it's gotten dark here on us. He squares around. He's
Oh,
going to bunt it.
bunt. Get there.
Bunt right down the third base line. Gota headed over, and
And
he's
he's
in
safe.
there.
Oh, he called him safe.
Did he call him safe?
Yes, sir, he did.
It was close. Haziel Gota, the freshman, on to first.
Be a beautiful bunt there towards third base line. The pitcher came in, got the ball, had to turn his whole body to throw it to first, and that gave Gota enough time to get the first. Kevin advances the third, so advances second. And then he got the second on the overthrow.
Yeah, you're right. So that's bringing it up now. Are we back to Coy?
No, we got that's
I'm
Blevins.
sorry, Billy Blevins.
He has one ball, runners on first and second. Third and second.
Trying to keep up with my roster
Yes,
here
sir.
in the dark. And,
I seen you struggling.
yeah,
I struggle
I'm
too.
over here
So.
trying to hold it up and see the light.
So we got two balls on Blevins here.
So Blevins steps in there, a 2-0 count. He's got runners at second and third. This would be a good spot for a base hit. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be low and outside.
Oh,
no, he
man,
called
that was
one
way
out.
outside, partner.
Wow.
That was
He
almost
called that a strike like 4 seconds after the catcher was already throwing it back to the pitcher when he called the strike.
It has to be frustrating for the batters too, man. Blevins steps out of the box there for a second. Here we go.
So 2-1. Pitcher on the hill is Wiggly. Here comes the next pitch. That one's
good
driven
shot.
into
That's
right
trouble.
center
That's
field.
trouble.
It's going to hit the turf.
Should score 3.
Multiple runs are going to score.
Run.
Blevins turns around first. He's headed for second. He's going to keep on coming.
Get there,
He's
get there.
heading for third. It's going to be close. He's down and he's safe. And Blevins with a 2 RBI triple. Billy Blevins doing work at the plate. What a hit. What a run by Billy.
Beautiful job by the returning starter from last year, playing center field, doing a great job at the plate here. Bringing 2 runs in, like Mr. Jones said. The score is 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Blevins responsible for all 3 runs here for the Cardinals so far today. He scored after 2 stolen bases and then on an error gets home. And then here comes with a triple with 2 men on, scores 2, reaches third himself. And good job, good opening day here in Eunice for Billy Blevins.
And he was super aggressive on bases, man.
Yeah.
Super aggressive. He knows he's fast. He knows he can get there. And beautiful job getting there.
Never
Man.
even slowed
No, he
down
didn't.
at second. Just
Did he
made
even
the
touch it as
turn
fast as
and
he was
going?
So that's what we need. We need that spark out there, and I believe he's going to be that this year for the Eunice Cardinals.
So the Gateway coach wanting to talk about it. He steps out on the field, calls a timeout, brings all his infielders in to have a little huddle as the Cardinals have a little pep in their step here now, leading 3-0 with Blevins on third and no outs.
And brings it to the top of the lineup with Coy, correct?
That's right. Tyson Coy in the top of the Cardinal lineup up to the plate. Blevins in scoring position, standing on third. He's got a big lead. They're not holding him over there.
A pass ball, come on home, Blevins.
Yep.
A pass ball, come on home.
Yeah, man, they're not even – I mean, look at where the third baseman is, not even close to trying to hold him. And there's the pass ball.
Get down.
Here comes Blevins, headed for home.
Man.
And Blevins steals home and scores again.
He got like 5 stolen bases.
That's right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
And he stole home 4.
Yes. Yeah, I
was
think
off
that's
on one.
like four stolen bases.
We can say
already.
he leads the team, right?
I'm sure. So Coy steps back in there. He's going to step out of the box, and then now he steps back in. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses.
For make even the count 1-1 here.
Yep. So 1-1. Stepping back in is Coy. Wiggly on the hill for Gateway. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball, and he swings and misses at that one.
Making the count 1 ball, 2 strikes here with no outs, no runners on. And here, bottom of the 5th, score is 4-0 now. Got to keep it going, Mr. Jones.
Yep. Wiggly kicks, fires that pitch. It's driven
nice
right
shot,
up the
nice
middle. What a
shot.
shot by Coy. It almost got past the center fielder. He scoops it up. Coy makes the turn at first and then cruises back over. Tyson Coy with a beautiful piece of hitting
Them sticks
right
are getting
there.
hot for the Eunice Cardinals. This is going to bring up Bubba Serna. That young man can hit the ball as well. Hopefully he hits it hard and deep out of the park.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll take that.
We'll take it.
We'll take a hard and deep right out of the
Yes,
park.
sir.
Tyler Almager going to reach down, give Cerna the instruction,
I know
and
he's not giving
Tyson
the bunt
Coy.
sign. I know he's not giving the bunt sign. Coy's right there.
Big lead.
But
They're
that's
not
it.
holding him. There he goes.
He gone.
They throw it down towards second. Close there. He's going to be safely to second as Tyson Coy steals that base.
I mean, the coach he makes it just not line. Out there makes a couple of times, and those players are gone.
So Bubba Cerna stepping in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. 4-0 is the score as Eunice with the lead. They're trying to hold Coy on. Here comes the pitch, and that one looks like it's right near that outside corner.
So it should
They're
be
gonna say
1-1. Yeah, 1-1.
Oh, he's showing 1-1.
Yeah, the scoreboard is incorrect. So it's 1-1, runner on second. Coy just needs to steal. Look how big of a lead he has.
Yeah, this time they're sliding over to try to at least make him think they're there, and here comes the pitch. Fouled right back toward us.
Just
and
missed it.
That little paper wiggled down a
there
little
it
bit
is.
more. It's slowly working its way out of there.
Next time out, next commercial, I'm going to go down and shake the net.
1 ball,
There it
2
is.
strikes. It's going. It's going.
gone.
Yep. Not the hit, but that piece of paper that's been stuck on the netting.
I'll call that a win for tonight, boys.
So Cerna back in there ready to go. Runner on second is Coy. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Eunice with 3 runs here in this inning. 2 innings ago to make it 4-0. Cerna at the plate. Wiggly on the hill for Gateway. Coy standing on second. That ball's
that's
hit
a major league pop
high.
fly.
Way
Trouble.
high.
No, that's trouble.
They're trying to get to it. It's going to hit the ground.
It's a fair
and
ball.
it's going to be a fair ball and a single from Cerna that hit the moon and then came back and landed right in front of home plate about 10 feet.
When you say the moon, we're talking about the Fisher moon. We're not talking about Wilson moon or Gladden moon or Dean moon, correct?
No, this was a real, like a full moon up there. We'll call that I'm going to call it a single on my paperwork. It's probably more like an error, but at the same time.
We're going to pitch and change out the full Gateway.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a pitch and change. We've got Coy on second, Cerna on first, and they bring up big Jose Calvillo to the plate.
Big
I'm
lefty,
assuming we're going to have a pitch and change.
Yes, sir,
we'll
he
send
is.
it over for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals!
Welcome back to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports, and thank you for all you pansies out there listening that are crying because you can't see the score. We don't have the app with us, as Charlie is our app guy, and the app is in a phone, so that's why we're saying the score every single batter and almost every pitch. So turn your volume up, listen. Otherwise, you bunch of crybabies, go watch the Final Four.
Yes.
That's all I can tell you.
And the score is 0-4. Eunice leads here in the bottom of the fifth.
I ain't never seen so much crying from folks in my life. Bunch of pansies. And yeah, I said it. You are pansies. Came from me. All right. 4-0. Eunice with the lead, and that ball goes behind Calvillo. It almost hit him in the backside. He was puckering up, and
My golly, it was.
so 4-0 is the score. I said it again for those of you. Turn your volume up. 4-0.
Okay. Eunice leads.
4-0. Eunice leads. Here comes the next pitch. Oh! Right center third. When it come off the bat, I thought it was out.
It was out. If that wind wasn't blowing like it is right now, it was at least to the warning track. I can say that much.
Calvillo put the hammer on that one, hit it high and deep, but it stayed in, so he's going to fly out. But he did advance the runners. One out, and they're going to have a courtesy runner coming in, as that is number 8. 8 is Zeke.
It's number.
Oh, is it?
Number 5
Wasn't
or
Zeke
8?
Garcia?
Yes, sir. It's 8.
Okay. And so making some changes here. And the score, once again, is 4-0 for those folks at home. 4-0.
And it brings up Jeter up the bat. Eunice Cardinals have one out here.
4-0 with one out.
And runners on the corners.
First and third with 4-0 score. And so runners at first and second. Jeter heads to the hill.
So he can add
Not
to the
hill,
score, right?
He heads to the plate. So Jeter in there ready to go. Couldn't tell the number on the new pitcher, but here comes the pitch. It's going to be in there.
That was
for
a horrible
strike
slide.
number 1. And,
What was that?
I don't know about
tuck and roll?
he almost hurt himself sliding into second, but he's in there. We got runners at second and third now. And Jeter, big Jeter up to the plate. 0-1 is the count. Here comes the next pitch, and it's low in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 4-0.
It's blowing up, ain't it?
No, I know, people. I know. I'm sorry. All right, here comes the next pitch.
Charlie's not here, but Jimmy showed up.
That one's driven high and foul down the first base line.
Makes 2 strikes, 1 ball, and the score is 0-4. Eunice leads here.
Yeah. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Yeah. And stepping back in there is Jeter. After 2 fouls, here comes the next pitch. It's driven. It almost took the ref out. It heads into center. That's going to score 1 for sure. Here comes the second. Headed for home. It's going to be close. He's in there again. Jeter with a double, a 2-run RBI double.
By Jeter making the score what? 0-6.
0-6 now.
It's getting hot in here.
0-6. That's the second double of the game for Jeter. 2 RBIs for him, and the score is 6-0.
Brings up Zamora up the bat.
Runner standing on second is Jeter. Zamora at the plate, and that ball's going to be in there for strike number 1.
That's a delay strike, you could say. No, 1 out. Yeah, we got 1 out, right? That's it.
Yep. Zamora back in there, ready to go. Here comes the next pitch.
Ooh.
It went behind Zamora.
Almost hit his bat.
Yeah.
I mean, all the way behind. Beautiful job by the catcher jumping up and grabbing that ball. Keeping Jeter from advancing to third.
Stepping back in there is Zamora. Jeter with a lead out there at second. Here comes the pitch. It's low and outside. It's going to go to the backstop. Heading to third is Jeter. He's easily in there. They don't even make the throw down.
He took like 3 steps and he was there.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
had a huge lead over on second. So
That is true. So now Jeter standing on third. First and second is empty. 2-1 is the count. 1 out. Zamora at the plate. That one is
just a little bit high.
Yep.
Fouls at the ball.
So that'll make it 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
On Zamora. Luis Zamora. Who is pitching now here.
Yeah, that is true. Pitcher versus pitcher. Here comes the next pitch. It's low for ball number 4. And Zamora takes the walk and heads over to first.
I bet you he steals right now. I'll steal when I go for it.
Yeah,
Give
I
him a
would
little
guess it
rundown.
won't take him long. Zamora had a single, a fly out, and now he's got a walk, and that'll bring up Dyson Lord to the plate. Young man with a ground out and a strikeout so far here in this ball game. He's going to have runners at the corner.
You can't see his little playbook there. It took him a while.
Is that what I was?
Yes.
I was trying to figure out what he was looking at, but
I bet you he lays a little bunt down here. He did it earlier in the game.
he had a beautiful bunt
Yes.
earlier.
Advancing the
Just
runners.
the pitcher made a good play on it, and he looked like he was going to swing at that one. They're going to send the runner over to first, though. I think he was taking that the whole way to allow the runner to advance.
That makes sense.
So runners at second and third, 1 out,
Score 0-6. Eunice
big
leads here.
lead. And here comes the pitch, and he's swinging a
swing.
miss.
Strike number 2 here.
I've got about 50 messages from people in the community that now think it's entertaining to say, hey, what's the score? LOL and whatnot. So, yeah, the score is now 6-0. I know.
Boy,
I know.
I swear, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's just crazy, but I really, really enjoy it.
I've just never seen so many people cry over free work. You know what I mean? And so anyway, sometimes, and I don't even know who it is. I just have people messaging me saying people are crying on social media because they can't see the score. I don't have the app with me today, so
I don't have
Charlie's
that
not
neither.
here.
I mean, sorry, Charlie.
Unfortunately, he's got a real job and he had to work today, so we're trying to say it every few seconds. And if that's not good enough, like I said, watch the final 4.
Yeah.
So here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. It's 6-0. Here comes the next pitch. Big breaking
They're
ball.
going to call it a delay strike.
And he did.
Yep.
And Lord, I thought was going to
Lose
knock
it,
a
yeah.
hole in the turf. As down goes Lord.
It brings up Kevin Garcia. I believe we've batted it around here. This inning.
Garcia with a strikeout, and then he had a strikeout on a pass ball where he reached. Here comes the pitch.
Outside corner, and it's
He
a
called
delay
a
strike.
strike. Yep. So 0-1, 2 outs. 6-0 is the score.
I need to count how many times you say it.
6-0. Back in there. Here comes the pitch. Oh, and
he
that's going to hit
Is
him
he
right in
charging
the
him out?
hip.
No, I thought he was going to charge him out.
And so Kevin Garcia gets hit by a pitch.
Bases
and
are
that's
loaded
going to
here.
load the bases.
For
And coming
Gota.
up is Haziel Gota.
And he bunted last time, did a beautiful bunt, but I believe they're going to have a pinch hitter.
Oh, they are.
He pushed him back. He let him back into the dugout, so he's going to have a pinch hitter, I believe.
So out comes, is that Tyson Jones?
Yes, sir, that is Tyson Jones. You act like you can't recognize him.
Yeah, I think it's a Tyson Jones. We got a Tyson Jones sighting. Thanks
And
to
he is
Redbird
left-handed.
Garage. Is
Correct?
Tyson? I don't know.
I thought he was, or is that his sister who's left-handed?
He may be. He's swinging like he might be. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
headed
sir.
over to the left side. So Tyson
I like
Jones.
this right here. I like this.
Number 13, T-Man, Tyson Jones heads to the plate.
Bases loaded.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, and Tyson Jones makes an appearance.
Coming off the bench.
Shout out to Redbird Garage, and Tyson Jones steps in. Bases are loaded. Here goes T-Man as he takes ball number 1. Tyson Jones, the lefty, takes a look down the first base line at his coach, and now he's ready, stepping back in there.
Trying to add more points to the score, 6-0.
Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a bit outside for ball number 2. 2-0 to Tyson Jones.
I thought he was going to jump on that one.
I kind of thought he might too, but I'm okay that he didn't. because he's in there with a 2-0 count. Here comes the next pitch. Bases juiced, and that one's low and inside. It's going to get away. Here comes Jeter headed for home, and he's going to Pete Rose it across home plate. And the Cards put another run on the board behind the Pete Rose slide of Braylon Jeter.
We're going to have a courtesy runner for Kevin Garcia, who is on second base, who is catching tonight for the Eunice Cardinals.
And so, yeah, making a lot of adjustments, making a lot of moves here. Runners at second and third. Tyson Jones steps back in there with a 3-0 count. Does he have the green light? Here comes the pitch. And that one's on that inside corner for strike number 1.
That's fine. He has 2 more pitches.
Yep. So 3-1 is the count. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch. It's driven over toward the shortstop. Jones headed down first. He's smoking it that way. He's there. Oh, they call him.
Man, he beat it by a step.
It was a bang-bang play, and we thought Jones was there. The ump didn't agree.
That guy was burning fuel like crazy going up that line, but he got there.
That's right. He was moving for sure. He's going to ground out, and that'll send us into the top of the 7th. 6? I can't see that far.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sir.
So anyway, with that said, we'll send it over for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. The Eunice Cardinals pick up 6 runs in that inning. They now lead.
6 runs. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
They now lead 7-0 according to the board. 7-0 is the score. Your Eunice Cardinals with the lead here. Zamora on the hill for the Cardinals. Multiple changes during that last inning, so we'll try to.
Jones didn't stay in the game. He just pinch hit for that batter.
Okay.
And Gota's still out there in right field or left field.
Okay.
And
so
that was the only sub they had.
Change. Okay. All right. Sounds good. So the Cardinals with the big lead here. Man, of course, it's NCAA March Madness time. I love March Madness. That's like my favorite time of the year. There was a game that I didn't get to watch it. I just saw some clips that was happening. March Madness is always crazy, but right at the end of the game, a team was actually leading by 1 point. The other team got the ball with just a few seconds left, and the player thought they were down, so he went and intentionally fouled the guy. The guy got to go to the other end, makes both free throws, and they win by 1.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean.
You got to know what's going on in the game,
man.
guys. In any sport you play, you have to know what's going on.
So stepping up to the plate is Gateway. Here comes the pitch from Zamora. Big breaking ball. It almost came back in,
there
and it does. It gets there.
That batter was buckling, man.
That's right. That was
ducking,
Fulkerson.
Dodging and moving.
Huge breaking ball.
You know
big,
what to
slow breaking ball.
Bet his pants are dirty now.
And here comes the next pitch. It's hit right back up toward the pitcher. He's going to pick it up, flip it over to first, and that'll be out number 1 as Fulkerson goes down with the ground out.
A beautiful job when Zamora came in. He's kind of nothing against Luis. He did a great job as well, but they're doing a good job here, both of them, keeping that score at 0.
So Bolin steps back onto the into that right-handed batter's box. Young man had a fly out and a strikeout in his 2 at-bats here so far. Zamora kicks, fires toward home. Big breaking ball, going to be outside for ball 1.
By a smidge. Finally, the Eunice Cardinals finally brought those bats alive the last 2 innings, man.
That is true.
Going up there and scoring 7 runs.
Yeah, so 7-0 is the score behind those 7 runs that they've scored. And there's a big swing and a miss for a strike. So the board reads 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out.
Shouldn't it be 2 strikes because he made him buckle a minute ago with the curveball?
I think.
Or was that the other batter?
I don't know. I think
we'll
it was
find
the
out
other
right
one.
here.
Here's the big pitch. Inside for ball number 2.
I seen him raise his hand, but he kind of stopped halfway.
Yeah. I wasn't sure there for just a second.
That's 2-1.
So 2-1, 1 out. 7-0 is the score. Here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball, and it was coming. Did it get there? It is.
Why'd you take so
Man, he
long?
takes forever to make that call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
You're going to hyperventilate trying to guess it's going to be a ball.
Yep. He's back in there ready. 2-2's on the board. There's a drive down the third base line. It was knocked down by Bubba, but then he fires it over to first. Not going to get there in time. But Calvillo did a really good job of knocking that ball down.
Keeping the ball in front of him.
That's right.
The ball bounced a couple of times, but
So we'll call it a single for Bolin. It was a good shot down that third base line, and that'll bring up Jacoby Chavez. Young man's got a walk and a ground out here in this ball game. Runner standing at first. We've got 1 out, and Zamora on the hill for the Cardinals.
be a good job to see a double play here.
Kevin Garcia in the catcher spot. Jose Calvillo standing over there on first, holding the runner. There's that pitch. They throw it towards second. It's going to go out towards center.
I thought he was trying to hit the runner for a second. And you didn't even try to protect the runner. He's like, hey, if he hit him, he hit him.
What is the Rocky deal? If he dies, he dies.
He dies. That's Ivan Drago.
So 7-0 is the score.
That was a good movie, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Jacoby Chavez steps back in there, ready to go. Looking over towards second. Here's the pitch. It's going to be low and outside.
It's be 1-1, right?
Yeah, the ump just held up to 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
And the score remains the same, 7-0.
7-0. 7-0. Back on the hill is Zamora. Here comes
Going
the
to third.
pitch. Headed toward, he didn't catch it clean.
He had him.
And then they're going to slide in to third on the stolen base. So now Gateway got a runner standing at third.
But he called it a strike, correct?
I believe so. 1 ball, 2 strikes
Let's go now.
to Jacoby Chavez. In there ready. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, beautiful
Big breaking ball driven
Oh,
over in the
hits the
gap.
gap.
It's going to get through, and he's going to score a run and
Went
a
the
single. That's right. And so Chavez with
Man.
the single and an RBI. And so that makes the score 7-1. 1 for Gateway, 7 for Eunice. 7-1. And coming to the plate is Samuel Wade. Young man's got a single and a strikeout. He's got a man standing at first. 1 out.
I bet you this runner on first steals first motion.
I think you're right.
Yep,
there he goes. Pitch is inside. Throwing it toward second. It's not going to get there.
The coach seen something, and he's adjusted to it.
Yep.
So
1 ball, no strikes. Here to Wade.
our pitcher needs to step off here because I bet you he's going to steal on the second throw home. He won't steal on the next one, but I bet he will. Coach calls timeout, I guess. Gateway's coach.
Yeah.
Kind of awkward there, wasn't
So
it?
here we go. Yeah, it was just kind of an odd situation there for just a minute. But here we go. Here comes the pitch. It's a good pitch. It's hit over towards second.
Oh, between Coy's legs.
And Coy
And the
stood
runner
up a
from
little
second
bit.
comes home.
They're going to throw it toward home, and it's going to be a close play.
Missed the tag. Missed the
Just
tag.
barely missed the tag at home.
Carambas.
Oh,
That would have been such a
man.
beautiful play. Barely missed the tag. Oh, Kevin Garcia did. Missed it by a smidge, man.
So a single and a run scores there, and it's now 7-2. That's 2-7. And they're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for Wade as Camper
Number
will
28.
be coming to the plate.
That's Jonathan Torres coming into the game to pinch runner for Gateway.
Pinch runner, yeah.
Number 28. So we got a little stop in action here.
Yeah, the ump out there talking to the Gateway coach and then talking to the Eunice coaches, and now he comes back.
And the score did change, huh?
Yeah, it is 7-2. 7 for Eunice, 2 for Gateway. Camper heads to the plate, ready to go.
I like that last name, Camper.
Yep. And it's Weston Camper. Here comes the pitch. He's going to square around.
Oh, wow.
Hits it right back to the pitcher. Pitcher going to scoop it up, throws it over toward first,
Run.
and they're going to get the runner, or they're going to get the batter, but the runner's going to advance to third.
Beautiful job there by the pitcher playing the ball, stepping and throwing towards first base. You don't realize sometimes that's a hard play to do for a pitcher. Coming off the mound, finding the ball, and turning his whole body towards, if he's a right-handed pitcher, throwing it towards first base.
So 7-2 is the score. 2 outs here as Higgins comes to the plate. There's that pitch. It's going to be low and outside for ball number 1. On the hill for Eunice is still Luis Zamora, I believe.
Yes, sir. You are correct for the Eunice Cardinals.
Higgins at the plate for Gateway. He takes the sign. Here comes the pitch. It's right.
Stayed high, right?
Ooh.
He thought about it.
Yeah, I thought that was a good pitch from up here, but it's hard to tell from our angle for sure right there. The high ones, the ones that are a few inches high or low, it's hard to tell from our angle as we're up above
Kevin needs
them.
to frame those a little bit.
There's a big breaking ball. That one's a good one.
Has to be a strike, yes.
So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Higgins. Runner standing on third. Score is 7-2. 7-2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. There's a pitch that's driven towards center. Blevins dives misses it, and it's going to get through. Blevins with a dive out there in center, just couldn't quite come up with it. And an RBI double off of that dive from Blevins.
He just missed it by a smidge, but beautiful job by Gota backing him up and keeping that runner on second. That could have changed the game completely, and we got the Eunice coach heading out to talk to the mound.
So 7-3 is the score now. Cardinals with the lead, and Coach Almaguer wants to go talk about it. He's headed to the mound. And let's see what we do here.
I found a light here. I don't know if I can turn it on. Longer in there.
You know, that's a lot of light. Yeah.
I don't know if that's too much. It might brighten our day.
Yeah. The only problem is it might create a glare on the
I hope it don't mess up the scoreboard.
On the glass.
So we got to change the pitcher here, and that's going to be Tyson Coy coming up to the mound. So with that being said, we'll give it to our sponsors.
Shout out to some sponsors. Oh, you're going to send it over for a word from our sponsors.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. Did we make a change?
Yes, sir. We got Zamora going in the second, and we got Tyson Coy coming to the mound.
So Coy heads to the hill. And trying to see here, we had
3 runs come in. The score is 3-7. Eunice still leads here in the top of the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, dang. Shot towards third.
Over toward third. Scooping it up is Cerna. He fires it over to first, and he's going to get there in time as Calvillo made a good scoop. And Osaka goes down on the ground out. And I believe that'll do it, right? Or no, they still got another one.
I believe you are.
We're not used to going this far,
No,
but
we're not.
we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll move into the bottom of the 6. Eunice leads 7-3. 7-3. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy support services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. The Cardinals lead 7-3. 7-3. 7-3. 7-3. Just want to make sure that I say that. 7-3 is the score. We are in the bottom of the 6th. The Cardinals will come to the plate looking out there.
It's Blevins.
Billy Blevins, young man, has had a heck of a ball game here so far today, with the exception of, and it was a hustle play, but that dive for that ball earlier that got by him.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, young man he's responsible for a lot of the runs here, the majority of the runs. He got hit by a pitch, stole second, stole third, then ran home on a pass ball.
He was a thief that inning, wasn't he?
He had a 2-run triple, his last at bat, and now he steps up here for bat number 3 with the Cardinals leading 7-3. The senior, Billy Blevins.
Let's go yard here, Billy.
Here he goes. Here's the kick and the pitch. It's
He wanted the way he swung at that one.
Yeah.
He must have heard me.
He looked like he, instead of Billy the Kid from the Capitan area up there chopping or shooting stuff, he was up there chopping firewood on that one. He was swinging that
Boy.
axe. So 0-1 is the count. He steps back in there, ready to go. Here's the next pitch. Low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that wind is no longer blowing, so that flag is straight down.
Yep, just kind of hanging there.
Mm-hmm. Just chilling like a villain.
1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here. Blevins leading the inning off. Eunice leads 7-3. Here comes the next pitch. It's low and outside.
Oh, I thought he was going to call it a strike the way he raised his
ball
hand,
2.
huh?
Yep. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. The Eunice softball girls have made an appearance here at this game, so I'm assuming they're back from their game because they played today, I believe, in Dexter.
Correct, they're in that district tournament.
And that one's going to be low and outside for ball number 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Blevins.
Give him the green light, Coach.
I have no idea what the girls' scores was today. I have no
I
idea.
bet you it wasn't 7-3.
Somebody could shoot it to me. I'd appreciate it. I'll make sure I give them some love. And there's a foul ball as Blevins was about to get
Check
hit in the
swing.
grill, and he check swing and leaned back. The ball hit off the barrel of the bat and went straight foul. So that's going to make the count full, 3-2.
Kind of hurt himself a little bit there on the pitch count.
Stepping back in there, he's ready. Here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball, and they're going to call him out
And the
on
young
the
man,
big breaking ball. And then as they tried to throw it around the horn, they threw it to left field.
that's out number 1. Billy goes down looking.
Big, slow breaking ball, and stepping up is Tyson Coy. We're back to the top of the lineup for the Cardinals. Coy's got 2 strikeouts and a single in his 3 at-bats here in this ball game.
And who was the new pitcher there? Oh,
That one's high and outside for ball 1. What is the number on that pitcher? Can you tell?
It is number 2. He came in last inning midway. Munson.
And so he's pitching to our new pitcher, which is Coy, and that ball's right down that outside corner for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Stepping back in there, he's ready to go. Here comes the pitch from Munson and Gateway. Coy takes a swing. It's hit over towards second.
That's falling.
It's going to fall. He's headed down the line, and it was a bang-bang play, but Coy goes down on the ground out.
Beautiful job by that Gateway shortstop. He waited for that short pop fly, got it off the hop, and just stepping through. Got Coy out by a step, man.
And Coy, when that ball came off, it kind of hit off his knuckles.
Correct, off his hands.
And I think as it first came, he kind of hesitated a second, and then it was like, oh, heck, I got to go.
He thought it was a foul ball.
Yep, because the way it hit was right off his knuckles.
And you know that hurts, man. Yep. On this cold night, this brings Bubba Cerna.
So Cerna steps to the plate. First pitch is going to be outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Bubba Cerna, number 20, playing third base here tonight. 2 outs. 7-3 is the score. Back in there. Here comes the pitch from Munson. Oh, a big swing by Bubba. Moved a flag out there in center field with that one.
Eunice leads here 7-3, right, Coach?
That is true. So Munson on the hill. Cerna at the plate. Cerna's ready. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball. It goes all the way to the backstop.
The catcher kind of looked at his glove like, did I miss that?
Mm-hmm. And so did the ump. The ump looked at the catcher like, hey, you missed that. Could have cut me between the eyes.
Heaven forbid they get hit, right?
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 7-3 is the score. Cerna back in there. Here comes a pitch. It's driven high and foul right back over the top of us.
You just missed that, too. You got to put that in play.
That'll probably put a play in somebody's car. A little den action. So Munson back to the hill.
Count is 2-2-2. What do you say, Jimmy? Juggling, bomb, bomb, boom, boom,
Juggling,
bomb.
boom, 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 boom. Here comes the big pitch.
Ooh.
It's going to be inside for ball number 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I thought he was going to grab your phone for a second. I was like, well, this guy is crazy reaching over like that.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 7-3 is the score. Here's the pitch going to be low and outside, and Cerna going to earn the walk there.
Brings a big old Calvillo up the bat.
Jose Calvillo with a strikeout, a couple of flyouts. That last one, he hit it deep. He's got a hold of a couple of pitches that looked really good earlier in the wind that was blowing in his face.
Now the wind's not blowing in his face, so he
right.
has to hit it in the same spot. Hit it hard somewhere, son.
So Bubba Cerna with the lead over at first. Jose Calvillo, the left-handed batter, steps in there. Munson, the pitcher for Gateway, lets that one go. It's going to be outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here in a 7-3 game.
Why are we stealing here?
This young man that's shown a pretty good arm, the catcher.
Yes, he has.
Here comes the next pitch,
Oh.
and that one's going to be
A smidge inside is a
smidge
ball.
inside. So 2 balls, no strikes.
What do you call him?
And we're going to stop play here to talk about it as out comes the Gateway coach. They're going to visit about it. They want to see if they can figure out their game plan, I guess.
I mean, he's doing a good job here.
Yep. Said that the girls lost 11-1 to Raton. So thank you for that information. I got absolutely no idea who that is. It's coming from like an email address.
An email address, huh?
Yep.
So we have a change here. Do we not? First baseman's taking jewelry off, so I guess he's going to come in the pitch. See if I can get his number for you.
So first baseman coming in. Now going to become the new pitcher. So they'll do a little to warm him up.
We'll go back to the station.
I've got several messages here from folks saying thank you, and we appreciate it. Appreciate you, Bob Klaus. So many others. I appreciate you guys for sure. So just so that while we've got a moment here just to kind of talk about the way the system works, the system, the radio broadcast system that we do down here. All right, first of all, Rosendo and I definitely don't get rich doing this. In fact, it probably cost me money to do this. Secondly, the system runs through a cell phone tower when we're in Eunice. If we're at the football stadium, we can plug into the internet, and then we have a good signal. But when we're at the baseball field, we've been asking for an internet link out here for 3-4 years. We don't have one. So it runs through a cell phone signal. It's no different than me running off a hotspot off your cell phone. And so that's why sometimes the signal's not real good here at the baseball field. It's great at the basketball, at the gym. It's great at the football stadium. Not so great at our outdoor venues because we just don't have internet here. Maybe we can get it one of these days. We can build a $30-some-odd million gym. Maybe we can put a little connection to plug in some internet, but who knows? One day it might happen.
For the baseball field and the softball field.
Yes. Also, the app that runs the stuff that you guys see at the bottom of the screen, we don't see that. That is something that runs through the station. There's an app that you can update those scores and stuff with. Charlie has that app on his phone. He's usually our score guy. He runs all that stuff. Charlie got sent to work today and couldn't make it, so he's not here. So all I can do for those of you that are watching is apologize. Charlie's not here. He's got the score app on his phone, and so me and Rosendo are doing the best we can to bring you the game with the limited cell phone service that exists here. And
they're probably wondering, why don't you or I run it?
Yep.
You run the comments, and I got keep connection with the station if you have any troubles or anything. So
and I do the stats. He's running the soundboard. There's more to it than it's not quite as
We make it look easy, but it's not that easy,
it's
guys.
not quite as simple as what everybody sometimes seems to think. It's definitely not a FaceTime Live where you're just pointing a iPad or a tablet or a phone out there. There's an actual camera system and cables and audio visual stuff
box
and
to
a
carry
box that has sounds that you have to adjust. And anyway, it's not quite as simple. There's Calvillo. He's going to drive it up toward the center field. It's going to get in there, and the runner's going to turn. That's Cerna. He's headed for home. It's going to be close.
Oh, and
the ball goes away. The ball rolled. Cerna and the catcher collided, and Cerna gets there. It was kind of going to be a violent collision, turn not violent collision.
I thought when he hit him, he extended his hands, and you kind of can't do that. But
Well, he got there.
yeah,
so,
he got there. That counts, man.
So Cerna's going to score off the Calvillo. That was Calvillo, right?
Correct. Hit it up center.
He ends up with a double. So Jose Calvillo with a double. And that'll bring all the Gateway coaches. He wants to come out here and talk about that play at home.
Making the score 8-3 here.
Yeah.
And that was a quick conversation.
Yeah, it didn't last them long, and the umps headed back to.
And he's probably wondering, say, hey, did he attempt to slide? Yes, he did attempt to slide.
So now they're going to head down to talk to.
And this is a Heath question. Cannot make contact with the catcher when he's coming home? I'm pretty sure he can.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules are on that.
neither.
When I played, you could just flatten the catcher, but I know they've tried to clean that up to avoid injuries. They didn't make any signals here, so I don't think they changed anything. The score is now 8-3. Eunice leads 8-3, and stepping into the box is big Braylon Jeter with a runner on second.
Whatever you see floating on the field is dust because somebody drove on the back road. It's not fog.
Yeah.
Or smog.
And that first pitch is going to get into the dirt. And Calvillo thought about stealing, and then he turned around and rumbled and stumbled his way back to second.
Boy, I can smell burnt brakes. Can you?
Yeah.
That guy.
So there's a truck there's a little road that runs right down behind the baseball stadium, and it's real dusty all day today. Has been. That truck went down there, and it stirred up dust out there in the field. So there's a big swing by Jeter for the strike. One ball, one strike.
Yeah, because you look on the camera, you can see it, the little mist. I'm like, okay, people start calling about that.
Yeah. That's Jackie Miller sending me those messages from an email address. She said, you're the second person to tell me that. And there is a dry foul down the third base line, foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thank you, Jackie. We appreciate you.
Oh, my gosh.
Well.
He just took the catcher got the ball and threw it back to the pitcher, and the pitcher wasn't looking at him right in the chest with it.
Yeah, that'll hurt. Yeah, that is no good.
Everything's going on this inning. Oh, wow.
So we appreciate the Millers. Back up there is Jeter. He swings at that one, swings and misses. He heads over to first. Now they're going to try to throw it over there to get him, and he's going to get there safely.
And that all happened because of Calvillo, because Calvillo took out the third, and the catcher got the ball. Didn't know where to throw it, and finally threw it to first. And then Calvillo advanced to third, and they're both safe on the corners here.
Yep. So both runners end up safely to their base. Jeter standing on first, Calvillo standing on third, and to the plate comes
Zamora.
Number 8. Is that 8 or 9?
That is 8. I apologize. Yes, Garcia.
Well, 8 I show as Luis Gomez, but maybe that is Zamora. It's just a weird looking 8, I think. We're going to call him Zamora.
He's standing as one. He's using that bat. Yeah, that's Zamora. That's a 9.
It is a 9. Luis Zamora. So, and while we were talking about that, Jeter steals second. So runners at second and third, 2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes. 8-3 is the score. Zamora steps into that right-handed batter's box. Here comes the next pitch. Ooh. Fouled off for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Why did he tell him not to get the ball up?
Yeah, I don't know why. He set him back, but anyway.
Oh, well.
I guess he can do that. He's up.
He can do a lot of things out there.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 8-3. 8-3 is the score. And stepping back up there is Zamora. Here comes a pitch, and it almost hit him.
Took my breath and was like,
I thought you were like that lady on Top Gun. Take my breath away.
The Top Gun, the original, not Maverick one, right?
Yep. Here comes the next pitch. That one's low for ball number 3 or 2.
I want to go with 2.
Yeah, the board says 2. Once again, got a really cool-looking new scoreboard here in Eunice. I can't lie, though, and say I can see it.
You probably see it better in the daytime because this net, I'm telling you, messes with your vision.
Yeah.
And your vision especially.
There's a drive into left field.
That's
left
dropping.
fielder trying to get back to it, and he
Oh,
does.
man, he tracked that
and
down
he
real easy.
made the catch. I thought it was trouble for just a minute, but he's going to fly out. Did Zamora. And that'll send it to the top of the 7th, I believe.
I believe you're right.
With the score, Eunice 8, Gateway 3. We'll send it for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. Me and my man Resendo trying to
Do our best with what we have.
well, we're trying to do a little more with what we don't have, which is one of them Cardinal hats. We were trying to convince some of these youngsters up in the box that, you know, the Coach Almager needs to get us one of them cool hats. I
mean,
mean,
just drop it and we'll pick it up. Ain't no
that's
big
right.
deal. I mean,
Yeah, you could drop it over here behind the dumpster.
I
or
wear
whatever.
8 3/4.
I don't know what I wear. Just,
Jimmy, your big as your head is probably like a 10
it
5/8.
probably is. I got a bucket. Me and Tyson Pierce.
Yours kind of inflates. We have to have the one that stretches out because sometimes you get big headed.
I learned the bucket story about him, where the bucket come from. Said his dad did call him Buckethead, but he used to sit on a bucket all the time, bucket of balls at the baseball thing. So they started calling him Bucket. So kind of cool. There's a drive down to third base. Picked up by Cerna and fired over to third. Man, Cerna is a vacuum cleaner over there at third base. What a play by him.
For out number 1 here.
Yep.
So that's a good job there. One pitch. He's only thrown the ball twice and gotten 2 outs.
Yep.
For Coy.
So that brings up Munson to the plate. Young man that's pitching now, or was.
What's going on here? We got a timeout. Oh, he's fixing his earpiece. You see that?
Yep.
Where Kevin was?
Yep. Yeah, he looked like he was guarding the president there for a minute.
The way the umpire
just
stepped out,
in that earpiece.
Like, recognize.
Looked like one of the men in black.
So watch the library.
Man, quickly working is Coy, and or not Coy, this Lord, right? No, it's
Coy pitching.
Coy, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So Tyson Coy on the hill for the Cardinals here. 1-0 is the score. 1-0 is the score. 1-0 is the count. Here comes the next pitch.
The score is 8-3.
It's
Eunice leads
8-3. 8-3. Don't worry about what that little thing at the bottom of your screen says. It's 8-3, and don't worry about what I say halftime.
We got 2 balls, 0 strikes, 1 out.
Here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball hit
That's
down
a
the third
foul
base
ball.
line. It's going to be foul.
Kind of golfed that ball, didn't he?
He did.
A little 9-iron up there. 9-iron.
Yep. Yep. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 8-3 game. Gateway still hanging around in this one.
Yeah, that they are. But I think Coy's going to take care of business right here.
Coy on the hill. Takes the signal, kicks, fires it toward home.
Beautiful pitch, just a little short.
It's going to be low.
Ball number 3. There it is.
3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
Got a little delay on the scoreboard now, huh?
As Munson is up there. Here comes the pitch from Coy. Big high pitch. Going to be high for ball number 4. So
That's
Munson's
okay.
going to walk.
Get a little double play here.
That'll bring Fulkerson, R. Fulkerson, up to the plate.
His first name is Rayford, right?
I don't, maybe. Probably on that other sheet that I have.
Right here.
I got multiple sheets, but the one I keep all my numbers on is this handwritten
Which
one.
one do you keep the score on?
What's that?
Which sheet do you keep the score on?
This. So it's a handwritten one. And they're going to throw that one down. Runner's going to safely steal second base.
Man, we got to contain that.
8-3 is the score.
1 out, runner on second for Gateway.
And an 0-1 count.
Mm-hmm. On this beautiful Thursday evening.
Cool, beautiful. Stepping off the mound is Coy.
Want to see those signs again, make sure he gets it right.
Looking back towards second. He's going to spin, fire it over there.
Got him. Nah,
Man,
man, hitting it. He's close.
It was a close one.
Good spin move there by.
Yep. Yeah, they tried to catch him leaning.
And honestly, that's the first time they've thrown to the bases tonight.
Mm-hmm. And he threw it right where it needed to be, too.
Keep those runners honest.
Coy throws that one toward home, and it gets fouled right back up toward us, get hung up in the net. One good thing about the wind and those foul balls that we've had, it finally knocked that piece of paper that was hanging up there in the...
Stress me from there.
Yep.
It's been a great game. Yeah, this kid has 2 strikes already?
That's what the board says. There's a swing and a miss for strike number 3, and down goes Fulkerson.
For out number 2 here.
And so that'll bring Bolin up to the plate. He's got a fly out, a strikeout, a single in his 3 at-bats here today. So 2 outs, 8-3 is the score. Runner on second for Gateway.
And he's going.
Here comes the pitch from Coy. They throw it over to third. And not going to be in time as the runner safely steals.
I concur. He safely stole.
Yep. So 0-1 going to be the count after that pitch was called a strike.
It was a strike?
That's what the board says. 2 outs.
Talk about opening it up.
Here comes the pitch. Down the middle, swung
nice
on,
pitch
miss
there.
for strike number 2. Cardinals will move on to face El Paso tomorrow.
El Paso Da Vinci, correct?
That is right, like Leonardo.
Mm-hmm.
And they will play tomorrow. I believe it's 7 o'clock again. With the win, that moves them into that 7 o'clock spot. So tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, it'll... I don't. You won't be here, right?
Correct.
Tomorrow.
I won't be here tomorrow.
So
nor Saturday.
we'll have
Charlie.
We will have Charlie back. So Charlie will have the app. So you'll have the score down at the bottom tomorrow. We'll be able to get that up and running.
I'm still going to call you what's going on.
I bet you are. Like these other dozens of folks that are harassing me here, telling me about people making comments. Got me on the Facebook searching up comments and
Got his blood flowing.
So anyway, another night of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Shout out to our sponsors really quick, our list there.
Yes, sir. Lobo Trucking, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, Guns Up Services, NMR Pipeline, Eunice Wrecker and Rentals, BT8 Services, Cardinal Hardware, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Eunice Health Clinic, Parker Energy, and Redbird Gas, our proud sponsors of this week's tournament.
So thank you for listening here today. For Rosendo Caballero, I'm Jimmy Jones. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Go Cards.